What's up, party people? It's Brian Altano and Brennan Tyrell, and today we're playing Smite. We're getting comfortable. We're going to hang out and play a lot of Smite for 2 hours. Now, this game has been on PC for a long time.
Yep.
It's on Xbox One, and
Yep.
now it's coming to PS4 as a closed alpha.
It's in closed alpha right now. Yeah, it will be coming to PS4 as the full launch probably later this year. I don't think they've announced details.
So, watching us play a game, great time. It's going to be awesome. I guarantee it. Playing the game yourself is also something you'll probably be able to do very soon because we have thousands of codes to give away to you.
Codes.
Just tons. Assuming you live in the U.S., Canada, Mexico, or
South America. Yep.
What about Hawaii?
I think that's part of the U.S. still.
I know, but I don't know like what kind of treatment the island people get sometimes.
It's probably less than stellar.
A boatload of codes is coming your way if you live in Hawaii. So
we'll float them to you.
I'm going to be totally honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm a big console baby. I'm a casual.
Sure.
PC gaming scares me.
Yes.
MOBAs scare me even more. So I'm not super well versed in the ins and outs of this beautiful looking game.
Well, Brian.
But you are.
Glad you're here.
So this is going to be good.
Yeah. So, you know, if like Brian, you're mostly a console fan who hasn't really spent time with MOBAs. What a MOBA is just basically a multiplayer online battle arena. It's players versus players. You have generally characters, champions, gods, whatever you want to call them. They all have different skills. And then you go and try to take over a map and, you know, sort of win this war on the map by killing enemy players and pushing your own, you know, minions or creeps or whatever you want to call them into the enemy base to, you know, destroy their base.
Not like movie minions, right?
No.
Okay.
God, no.
As much as
my
I'd
God.
love to murder those horrible little things.
Well, are those universal?
I think so.
Yeah. Sorry.
So if you're tuning in right now, you're probably watching this on IGN.com, or you could watch this on Twitch or YouTube. We're live on all those platforms, so just head on over there. Whatever you're comfortable with. You really don't have to do anything. You just have to sit back and relax and watch other.
It's going to be some easy
all the
listening.
heavy lifting. Yeah, it'll be good. We're just gonna hang out with you. We'll ask you questions.
Sweet.
We'll take your tweets.
Yeah.
Use the hashtag IGNPlaysLive, and I will be on deck reading your tweets and responding to the least or sometimes most offensive of them. Let's see how that plays out.
I'm excited.
So how can people get codes?
So
that's a big thing.
Yeah. Well, if you live in the U.S., Canada, Mexico, or South America, you're in luck because Hawaii. It's still part of the U.S. We have thousands of codes to give away, and you can do that as easily as going to go.ign.com/SmitePS4.
Yep.
And click the button. You get your code. There's instructions for how to redeem it. Just go ahead and go redeem it through the PlayStation Store like you would normally, and there you go. It'll download. I think it's 6 or 7 gigs.
Remember, that's all lowercase.
Yeah. Smite PS4 all lowercase.
Smite PS4 all lowercase.
Oh, and the link is in the description if you're watching us on Twitch at twitch.tv/IGN and at youtube.com/IGN.
Plug.
You're
very good at that.
Thank you.
It's
also buy Brian's new album.
Yes. I'm not done with it yet.
Yeah,
but, and it'll be free.
Wow.
But yeah, kick me some money.
Just like
money.
Smite.
Just like Smite. So
do you want to jump into a match?
Yeah, I want to see what this thing's all about. So
cool.
First of all, I really love the just the art direction for this game.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's really pretty.
It's really gorgeous. It's got kind of that cartoony vibe, but still sort of dramatic. You know, I like that a lot.
Which is good. You need to have a little bit of humor and also be super serious.
Yeah, at the same
nice.
time.
So who's this old man with covered in snow pieces?
So the snow piece old man is Odin.
Odin.
Yeah. So what Smite is, it's instead of champions or heroes like you might hear in other MOBAs, it's all based off mythology.
Right.
And the different pantheons of mythology, like Egyptian and Roman and Greek and Norse. They just introduced the Japanese pantheon as well. So you'll be playing as gods or mythological beasts or demigods from each of those pantheons, and it's really kind of cool to see them all like get into the pit and like start fighting each other.
Yeah.
You know? Like Ra from Egyptian mythology is fighting Odin from Norse mythology, who's fighting Hercules. And what we're doing right now is jumping into arena. This is really kind of a 5v5 anything goes team fight match. And
so there are a lot of different characters in this game.
are over 70 gods.
Of all the ones, this is who you picked, this adorable little cherub?
No. That's Cupid. Somebody else picked him.
Okay. He's not really your style, is he?
Actually, I really like Cupid.
Really?
Yeah. Just throw out a name of a mythological, like Hercules and Zeus and Hades or Poseidon. Like,
wow. Yeah. Let's try Poseidon.
Poseidon. Sounds good.
Did you ever read the Odyssey?
I did. Yeah.
Great book. How come they never made that into like?
They did with Armand Assante in the 90s.
Really?
Yeah. It was a TV series.
It was a TV series.
Starred Vanessa Williams as well, who played The Witch.
Wow, you know a lot about the
I
Odyssey
loved
TV
that
series.
TV series.
That's awesome.
All right,
No,
hold on,
okay,
I gotta
so
find Poseidon before.
I really want like a Peter Jackson
I think he's unlocked.
Odyssey trilogy.
Oh
you know?
man, that would be so good.
Like really go in there, put some money in there.
Where you at? Where you at, Poseidon? Isis. Am I just not seeing him?
So if you're watching right now, use the hashtag IGNPlaysLive on Twitter. It doesn't really matter how often you use Twitter. Use it today. I know it's a weird site. Some people don't know how it works. It's like reading things backwards or upside down. But use it today. Use the hashtag, and we will answer your questions on the show. This is a beautiful little cast of characters. Who is this guy? Hold on.
So gods have different skins, and Hyras is actually really, really good. I'm not going to be able to buy it yet, but
Okay.
I can do that next round. Hyras is really, really good about making really funny skins.
Yeah.
Like, some of my favorite things about these characters are that they just have weird, kooky skins that are themed differently, and then they use the voice pack for that god and change it for that skin as well. So the Poseidon you just saw that had arm floaties and the rubber ducky and all that, he sounds like he's like talking through a scuba pipe. Like it's really, really well done.
That's like casual summer vacation Poseidon.
Yeah, it
Not
is. Yeah.
just not Wrath of the Sea.
No.
Destroy
Pool,
all
pool party Poseidon.
seamen. Weird word to say. It's a word.
Nailed it.
It's a word that means a lot of things.
That's true.
The one I'm talking about is people that go in boats.
Sea, comma, man.
And not the Dreamcast game. All right, so here we are.
What? There was a Dreamcast game?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
There's a Dreamcast game called Seaman. You didn't know that?
No.
It's about a talking fish.
Jesus.
It's a real thing. Man, I got to look that up for you. Anyway, so Poseidon doesn't even need to walk. I like this.
Yeah, he kind of floats around on his little wavy things.
He's got like a hoverboard.
Yeah, a little bit. He can also jump. But as you can see on console, if you're a PC player and you've checked out Xbox, the control scheme is very, very similar to Xbox. You have a... I should actually change this. Oh, it's already saved. You have a bunch of different configurations, whether you want your abilities on the bumpers or you want them on the face. Little hint: always put them on the bumpers rather than the face buttons.
So you're somebody that played this game, I imagine, from the jump on PC, right?
I got into it actually, funnily enough, the week Poseidon was released. So like March 2013.
That's what you were holding out for Poseidon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, no. Once you get Poseidon, then we'll talk.
Yeah, then we'll talk. So you're obviously you played it a lot on PC. I'm assuming you were pretty good at it.
I'm all right.
Because I mean, there are games that I play a lot that I'm bad at.
Yeah.
But
well,
what was it?
The funny thing is like even though you play Smite a lot, you can, and MOBAs in general, it's still really easy to be better at them.
Well, that's the sort of like the triumph of the MOBA, right? And the stress of it too is that you could play around for a half an hour.
Yeah.
And then still lose.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it's not really about the destination; it's about the road.
Absolutely. Yeah. MOBAs are kind of a commitment where there's a lot to learn, and there's a lot to understand. Where they're sort of living games where they're always they're always changing. We don't have a Loki, so he's gonna try to attack me. There he is. They're always changing, so that really, if you're not keeping up with them, it's harder to. Come here, buddy. Got him. If you're not keeping up with them, it's really hard to stay competitive. And I know I'm pausing like between sentences. But
No, it's fine. You're busy.
I have to.
You have to murder.
Yeah.
So, what was it like jumping from PC to consoles? I know that's like there's always been kind of an issue. We've seen games that were predominantly PC for years, something like Diablo,
Sure.
Which I was like, this will never really work on consoles, and then it did.
It worked perfect.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
So, what was it like making that jump? Like you're holding a PS4 controller right now, which I'm assuming you're used to your mouse and keyboard setup.
Yeah, I am.
Your WASD.
My WASDs. I'm a big fan of the WASD. I did play on the Xbox quite a bit. I reviewed it. And just as a fan of Smite, it was sort of another avenue to get what I liked. So coming to PS4, it wasn't that difficult, but going from PC to Xbox was very strange for me.
Really?
Yeah. I think it works because Smite is one of these games that is. Smite's one of these games that is sort of a third-person action game, so it kind of fits the controller lifestyle. You know what I mean? Whereas something like a Dota or a League of Legends, it's all top-down, would be very, very hard to, be intuitive.
Yeah, and I think just in terms of interface, it feels very streamlined. It actually feels very much like a console game. It's not riddled in chat logs and
exactly.
stats everywhere and stuff like that. Like it's pretty clean and straightforward.
What's really great about Smite is they have something called the VGS system, which is named for the keyboard because you start it with V. And as soon as I clear these
Ice Boys,
these minions,
Who are these little pieces of crap?
So these little minions, not the universal kind, are basically what you're trying to
Wow.
are basically what you're trying to get into your portal.
What'd you do back there?
I unleashed the Kraken.
Nice work. And you just walked away? Just casually leave a Kraken back there? That's
it's
good.
really NBD.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No big deal. Oh, give me that Poseidon. I'm not going to let you get away.
So you're trying to defeat these other players, but there's also these sort of minion foot soldier guys.
So these cats here that are coming out, these are your minions. And what happens is they come out of your side, they come out of their side. They kind of meet in the middle and clash. And the goal is to get your minions into their big blue portal over there, like you do. And what happens is you kind of try to kill their minions, they try to kill your minions, and really you sort of force them in. So there's sort of a layer of strategy at work outside of just trying to kill each other.
Yep.
There's a layer of strategy of like, killing everybody at the same time while you have a minion wave coming so that they're all dead and they can't contest those minions going into the portal.
So now, it just said you leveled up.
Yes.
Is that something that carries over from match to match?
No. So every like most MOBAs, every time you start a new game, you start at level 1. And then as you kill minions and kill enemy gods, you accrue experience, and you level up to level 20, which, if you can see at the bottom right of the screen there, you actually probably can't. We might have to move the window, Ben. Maybe bottom left. Super producer Ben Janka, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. Shout out to Ben Janka.
Running everything from behind the scenes.
Yeah, our faces are blocking the HUD. Our scruffy,
unshaven
adult male
designer
faces.
stubble.
Yeah,
here we go.
Our handsome man faces are blocking.
Kraken.
So we're getting a couple of people asking if they can be a god and how they can play. Just head on over to the website. You'll be able to check it out yourself. You'll be able to download a code. That's the way to do it. It's go.ign.com/Smite PS4 all lowercase. Yeah, we're getting good at that.
Gonna have to some Color Me Bad choreography going on. So.
We're dropping a new album together.
That's right.
It's just us singing. It's terrible.
I wanna smite you up.
Happy the Cat says, has he never seen a MOBA before? Not really. Like I said at the top of the stream, I'm a big console baby, so I am the target audience for something like this. Imagine that I've never been wowed by a MOBA before. I understand that they exist. I understand how they work fundamentally, but it's not something that ever really grabbed me before. But I'm a big PS4 guy. I host Podcast Beyond right here on IGN.com,
which you should check out.
The number fun PlayStation podcast.
The number fun.
That's right.
Oh, trademark. Oh yeah, this is a kill.
Lots of people getting codes right now.
Nice.
That is a good thing to hear. If
Totally
you are
love
at
to
work, get that code, redeem it. You'll be able to play when you get home, or if your boss is not looking. I don't know what kind of job you have, but if you can get by. Back in the day on PC games, they used to have something called the boss key. I don't know if they still do that anymore.
Like when the boss is coming.
Yeah,
you hit
boss
it,
is coming. You
and
press
it
a
opens
button.
up like NASA.com.
Yeah, or like some kind of BS website with like code all over it.
Hit a coffee.
Yeah, it's fine. It's early. It
is 11 a.m.
It's 11 a.m. here. It's not that early, but it's early for us.
Yeah.
It's early for gamers. I'll put it that way.
I mean, we do have a show called Up at Noon.
Yeah, about waking up at noon.
Yeah. That's actually
I'm always surprised to see GameStops open at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
I'm like, you don't want it. Like, let's be honest here. GameStop should open at noon and stay open till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, what did I do?
So now you've leveled up again. You're doing pretty good. You're doing very good, actually.
I'm okay.
14-4.
Our team, we're at 14-4. This Poseidon is gonna. There he is. Wow.
I like that there's a crowd watching this. I would totally watch something like this live.
Yeah.
I get
just the gladiatorial arena.
I kind of ironically went to a monster truck show on Saturday night.
How do you ironically go to a monster truck show?
Well, you show up being like, well, this is gonna be dumb, and then by like halfway through you start
it's like,
screaming about it.
yes, Bigfoot,
the truck fell over.
Smash him. It is Sunday.
So yes, in the last week I've seen some pretty interesting things live. I would totally go see something like this.
Yeah. I would definitely go see gods kill each other in an
arena. Yes, 100%. Tickets would be probably $1 billion.
Yeah.
Even the nosebleeds would be expensive.
So yeah, let's get back to the the business end of what a MOBA is.
Mm-hmm.
So as you gain experience, you level up. I'm gonna kill you, Poseidon. Nothing you can do. You level up, which I don't know if the windows have moved now.
Yep.
You can see in the bottom right we have sort of skills going on, and every time you level up, you get to put another point into a skill, and they increase in power and do different things and whatnot. So the goal is to kill creeps and enemy gods and really kind of build your power up. That's one half of how you get powerful in a match. The other half is this, where you go into the store and you have an exhaustive menu of items. And I know you're looking at this being like, well, what's the green squiggly thing do that the orange squiggly thing doesn't?
Sure.
And that's fair, because it's really, really sort of daunting at first.
Yeah.
To know that at this point in the match, it's probably better if I just finish off my Ratatouille rather than going into, like a Soul Reaver or whatever.
That's a strong life lesson of mine. Is always finish your Ratatouille.
Yeah, you really got to watch your rods.
But this is interesting because you just in real time just went shopping in the middle of a match.
Yeah.
Now, did you have to go hide in the corner to do that?
You got to go back to base.
Okay.
Which is sort of fine, because when you're back at base, you're regaining health and mana. This Mimir is screwed, and he doesn't even know it.
Yeah, he has no idea. He's like he picked the wrong
Come
fight
here.
over here. The Illman 3R3 or the third says, "I wish this could be played with both consoles together against each other. It would be awesome."
Cross-platform would be
I
rad.
mean, you're pitching a dream we've all wanted everywhere for decades, and I don't know if that would bring the consoles closer together or even push them further apart.
Tear them apart.
Yeah, it would tear them apart even more. So someday we'll have that utopian gamer future. I remember like when I brought home my PS4 and Xbox One within the same 2 weeks, my wife was like, "Why don't they make one system that plays everything?"
You're like, wow, you should be in charge of all of this.
Why are you not running the video game industry?
Exactly.
Why are you a nurse? You should just quit your job and go take over.
Because she's the real MVP.
Yeah,
she's doing the real work.
Yeah, don't leave your actual
we
job.
need nurses.
We need nurses. Especially after all the console war fight breaks out.
Oh, nice. I'm coming. I'm trying to save you.
Angel of Decay says PS4 and PC Master Race. I don't know if you can have 2 Master Races.
Yeah,
that kind of defeats the purpose.
Wow,
I like how you
that's
think,
like
though.
some revisionist history.
I know.
There.
That's like, you know what? How about everyone's in Master Race
Yeah.
except for you, Xbox One? Like, what the hell? Let them in.
Yeah.
Everyone should be friends.
Everyone should be friends. And what's great is like you're starting to see more of that. I know Sony and Microsoft usually, I mean, for whatever like APIs or whatever reason, they don't do a whole lot of cross-platform. You're so screwed side. There he is. They don't do. Sorry,
no, Mighty. I want to see if you can figure this one out for me because I can't.
Yeah.
Mighty Mind Soup says, I was playing this the other day and got a 4-man silence as Amaterasu that led to a Hawaii pentakill.
Okay.
It was pretty dank. To be
Yeah,
honest.
that sounds pretty dank.
I understood that last part.
So Amaratu's a warrior. Her ultimate, one of the ticks on it, silences everybody. And what Hu Yi does is he's a Chinese archer.
Yep.
Who in lore shot down the sun. So his ultimate is he calls down the suns, and they just like continue to crash on the ground and like damage and destroy.
So this is
beautiful.
What happened here?
So we won. The enemy team surrendered.
How did they know? I mean, that was like a black hole.
Yeah. So when they surrender, their portal collapses in on itself as sort of a way to show you that you done good.
Luckily, it doesn't just keep going and suck in the entire universe, because it could. That audience would be pretty pissed off.
It's the battleground of the gods, and every time it only happens once.
Yeah.
That's all that can happen.
So more people are asking, how do we get a code? It's go.ign.com/smite PS4. That's SMITE. There's no G or H in that. Those are silent and invisible.
Smite.
So yeah, go.ign.com/smite PS4, all lowercase. You can go sign up for a code if you're in the U.S., Canada,
Mexico, and South America.
And
Hawaii.
Aloha.
So we did well. Our team did good. I went 9 kills, 1 death. Cupid went 10 kills, 2 deaths. That was good. That was a good match. We all did nice numbers. And you can see here just sort of the breadth of, like, if you're looking at screen, everything that is tracked in a MOBA.
That's so cool.
Damage against players, against minions, damage taken, damage mitigated. There's a lot.
Your gold per minute.
Yeah, your gold per minute to kind of show you how good you are at farming. Like farming gold to buy items. Some classes are better at farming than others. Some classes need, like hunters, need to farm because they really like go online in late game, right? They're the ones that are going to clean up. If this god gets to a certain point, like the game's basically going to end. Those are called hard carries.
I'm loving this victory dance going on back here.
Yeah,
with
so
the Cloverfield monster.
Yeah, I'll show you another one.
Yeah.
So let's go in and let's do a joust this time.
Okay.
There are only two modes available at the moment, and I'm not sure if that's because I have to practice or if that's because it's closed alpha and it's sort of a reduced scale. But there are usually like 5 modes. But yeah, what I love about Smite is the personality in the characters. Like they're super like attuned with the lore of it, right? Like Poseidon rides the Kraken and summons the Kraken, and you know, at the end of a match when you win, you have cool little scenes like that. So there's just a lot of personality in the game that I find really, really, really enticing.
Yeah, it's really cool. And plus, there's that cute little mouse that I want to know more about.
That is Ratatasker.
Okay.
He's the Norse squirrel. I think he's like a messenger. He like climbs up. You know, in Norse mythology, there's the world tree.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense that the messenger is a squirrel.
Yeah.
And so
he's got to get up there.
He like, you know, does his squirrely thing.
His squirrely thing. Squirrel movement. A lot of people don't know this, but Brennan used to work at a zoo.
It's true.
Documenting squirrel movements for years.
And
he was fired when they found out he didn't know what he was talking.
What do they do? They're well, the squirrel's natural
tree migration stuff.
So they're furry.
Yep.
There's some nuts involved. I know that. Kind of do this.
A lot of people on YouTube are actually sharing codes. That's super cool of you guys. That's saves people a click. But
yeah, that's true.
In case you don't feel like typing anything in, it's go.ign.com/SmitePS4. We're gonna say that 1,000 times. You know why? Because we have a ton. How many codes do we have to give away?
Over 100,000.
100,000. Just get one. There's no reason to not get one.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
You have no excuse. What else are you gonna do?
So,
who's this guy?
We got Apwash, who's the Mayan god of death and decay. Mm-hmm. We've got Neith, who is a hunter with her bow. She's Egyptian. So really we have physical, we have magic. So what I'm going to need to do is kind of be a tanky kind of character and like set them up for their kills.
So that's an important part of the strategy then, right? It's sort of rounding out your team.
Absolutely. So I think I'm going to go with Sobek because he is my favorite guardian.
Wow. He is really... What kind of animal is he?
He's an alligator.
Oh, he's an...
You know what? We're going to make him a pirate. There we go. So now... I have Sobek the pirate.
Sobek R. Sobek R.
Yeah, anytime you select like one of their skins, they say their voice again.
He reminds me of there was that Ninja Turtles alligator.
Yeah.
What's his name?
God. I don't remember.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. What was the
name of that Ninja Turtles alligator was?
Your top 10 favorite video game alligators.
Yeah, he was.
There was the one from Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, that was a good one. All the
Pitfall, I feel like really needs a shout out.
90% of the enemies in Donkey Kong Country were alligator-ish
of some sort. Yep.
Got a big thumbs up from Ben Janka there.
Super producer Ben Janka.
Yep. Sobek is actually very Donkey Kong Country. He looks like King K. Rool. He's got his whole parrot. So his parrot's just kind of like along for the ride, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you see those people bring their their cat to the bank.
Yeah.
A lot of people bring their animals everywhere
on a leash.
A lot of people don't know that animals would rather just be home.
That's true.
Relaxing. I don't know if this parrot really knew what he signed up for today.
Yeah, you feel like your cat wants to come hang out with you. It really, really doesn't.
Yep. Leatherhead is the name of the alligator/crocodile. Another reason Mr. Tyrell here does not work at the zoo anymore.
Right.
Does not know the difference between an alligator and a crocodile. I don't either.
It was the one interview question I missed.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know the difference between a stalagmite and a stalactite either.
Oh, here's a fun mnemonic.
Okay.
Mites crawl up, tights fall down. There you go.
Oh, that's real. What about crawling up some tights?
There you go. Okay. I mean, that's when they connect in the cave.
Wait, so the tights fall down. So stalactites are the ones in the ceiling.
Stalactites go down. Stalagmites go up.
You know what's weird? I would have used the M in stalagmite to be like it looks like it's on the floor.
You know, whatever.
And a T looks like it's coming. That's just me. Or you want to crawl up some tights, you can do that. Or you can go to go.ign.com/SmitePS4 to do some stalagmites. Download a code for the game. It is very early. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I'm tired.
Yep.
We're both tired.
Yep.
We're drinking coffee.
Yes, we
are.
are.
My official Brap Rat mug. Brennan has his Ziff Davis mug.
Papa ZD.
Papa ZD, the company, the label that pays us. So Leatherhead, name of that creature in Ninja Turtles. Today we're playing as Sobek. Very different. He does not live in a sewer.
And he's dead.
I don't think he's Creole either, which that dude was.
Creole?
Yeah, he was like a Creole alligator.
Was he really?
Yeah.
There is a sort of a New Orleans Southern voice pack in one of these gods.
There's a New Orleans Southern voice
Yeah,
pack?
it's Nox. She has a voodoo skin.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so she's kind of like a voodooine.
Guarantee. That's
yeah,
what that
yeah,
used
no,
to say.
exactly it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that nailed it.
Yeah, all right. Cool Taco 2 says, is this a 1 or 2 player game? That's kind of a loaded question.
Yeah, this is a many-player game.
Yeah.
There is co-op. I don't think there's split screen, but I have to double-check on that. We can look after this game. But it is up to 5 people or 10 people are in a match. 2 teams of 5 at once. Right now we're playing 3-on-3. I got to get out of here. But you can play co-op with other players against bots, against other players as well.
An enemy has been slain.
Every time I do a live stream for Smite, I forget how friggin' hard it is to play Smite and talk at the same time.
Yeah, that's it's a lot. It's a lot to work on.
Again,
I'm going
again
through
while I
comments.
didn't get the job at the zoo. Can you play Smite?
That
No.
was a big part. That was a big part of that zoo job.
That interview was really weird.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would totally work at a zoo.
Were you?
For like
what? I feel like the San Diego Zoo is sort of like the Broadway of zoos.
I would work at a zoo for a day.
Yeah. Like till you get crapped on by an elephant.
No, I would actually let all the animals out and just do real life Jumanji, and then get
Until-
a job at a different zoo.
Yeah.
Just keep doing that until
As soon as you get out of jail.
until the zoo industry was onto my skin.
Yeah.
So now you are in a beautiful medieval countryside that you were just making a damn mess of. What's going on here?
For real. Well,
So I see these towers with these crossbows on them.
yeah.
What's going on? Can you get up there and mess around with them, or are they
You
just
can't-
a show?
Hold on, I'm gonna have to. You can't catch me because I'm so big. So this is one of those layers of strategy that I was talking about. You can see on the top right of the screen you have kind of a mini map with a tower icon that I'm standing right next to. I don't know how I'm gonna defend this. See, and these are their minions coming in right now. So what you do is you try to drive your minions in, and then the tower attacks the minions, and it frees you up to sort of do damage to the tower. What the tower is it represents like an obstacle, a barrier. And those barriers usually come down because at certain points in the match because your characters get strong enough to sort of take them out. But in the early game, these towers are really daunting, so you can't chase your opponents into those towers. Once I go into that tower, if I'm the only enemy in there, it starts firing at me.
Right.
And every shot does consecutively more damage. So like the 4th shot just destroys your world, you know?
Wow.
So you really, really got to be careful about being too aggressive, pushing too hard in early game. You know, having said that, like by the time a match is halfway over, I'm cool to like walk in there and I can take those shots. No
Then
problem.
you're a little more comfortable.
Yeah, and so then you can sort of chase kills into their tower, and they're less safe. They got to be more careful then.
So I noticed the map design for this one, looking top down, as you can see watching the stream. It's kind of like a big dollar sign.
Yeah, a little bit.
Figure 8-ish.
Yeah.
Are there certain like sort of maps that sort of tend to skew better towards your particular playstyle?
Yeah, for sure.
Like the last one was a little more open.
Yeah, the
right?
arena is just kind of this big pit, right?
Yeah.
And that does really well with gods that are good in team fights that just like want to get in the mix and want to fight a lot of people at once.
Yeah.
You know, maps like this where it's a sort of a smaller lane are good for gods that have skill shots that are sort of in straight lines.
Sure.
You know, there are gods that have like Janus, the mage over on the other side. You'll see him if he comes back around. His ultimate is he just fires a bolt like in a straight line. So, you know, if you're around the corner, it's hard for him to see you, so he doesn't know where to line it up, stuff like that.
Those guys went flying.
Yeah, they did.
So yeah, that's interesting. So this map's a lot more sort of like funneling through these tunnels and using your specific set of skills on taking them down. I like that.
Yeah.
The last one was a little more like chaotic.
Yeah, the last one's more of like sort of a casual kind of team fight mode, where this is sort of like it's getting to more into the tactics and the strategy of it, where you have to manage your minions and your towers, and you know, farming is just as important as fighting. A big part of this game has nothing to do with. Oh wow, that's bad.
Bojang Kristevsky says, "Did I miss the giveaways? Hell no, you didn't. We have thousands of codes to give away. Go.ign.com/Smite PS4. A lot of people still not being able to find that. It's chaotic. I get it. There's a lot of things going on in the world today. A lot of things going on the screen. There's us. There's you. It's just there's me. Let's all meet in the middle at go.ign.com/Smite PS4. You can also use the hashtag IGN Plays Live if you're on Twitter.
Sure can.
Using that, I will read your comments, and we will answer your questions. If you have any questions about the game, ask me, and then I will ask somebody smarter than me.
I don't know if smart's the right word. Somebody who's dedicated maybe more time.
Cool Taco 2 says, how many people are there? Where? in the universe?
What, 7 billion now?
7 billion.
I think we're getting up there.
It's the problem is we keep losing some, but we keep making even more.
That's right.
So there's just a lot.
It's called an upward trajectory.
Yeah. For a full list of all the people in the world, head on over to go.ign.com/Smite PS4. Maybe your name's on there.
Yeah.
If not, maybe you're a ghost.
And while you're over there,
you're in trouble.
While you're over there, if you happen to want to pick up a code for the Smite PS4 closed alpha running now
That's
in
right.
US, Canada, Mexico, and South America, you can click a button and get yours.
Killing spree.
What do I want to do? I want to
Been slain.
build some health.
I'm going to pop over to Twitch, see how people are doing over there. Remember, you can watch this on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/IGN. You can watch this on YouTube. That's just youtube.com/IGN. And you can watch this on IGN. That's just IGN.com.
Yeah, it's always here.
/ whatever you want. You could probably put anything after that and see where it takes you.
IGN.com/
Have fun with that.
Creole.
/ Creole. Yeah, we just launched our new wiki for how to speak Creole.
I feel like we're going to get a letter. All right, I get it. You don't like Sobek. Jeez.
Taco Pizza. Wow, I like that name. Taco Pizza?
There's a lot of taco affiliated names.
Finally, been waiting for. He says, finally been waiting for this to come to PS4. Love me some MOBAs, and it just makes sense to bring it to PS4 finally. I agree. Like that's the kind of thing. Like we can probably in the next few years start seeing a lot of these gaps being bridged between PC players and console players. I don't think it's fair that PC guys get all the MOBA fun. You know, if you can figure out a way to put it on consoles, make it happen. But Smite's already there, and you can be there too by going to go.ign.com/Smite PS4. I'm just gonna get it tattooed across my face.
There you go.
And then when we run out of codes, I'm gonna look real weird for the rest of my life.
What are we gonna do here? Let's just go mystical now.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Joe Delb, Jets JHODLB. It's a hard name to say. I know it looks cool.
Joey B.
Joe Delb, baby, says, is there cross-platform play with the alpha currently, or do you only get matched up with other PS4 alpha users? I assume just.
Yeah, it's only the alpha right now, so you'll just get thrown into the hopper with other PS4 alpha players as well. Once it goes into closed beta, it's really just the PS4 ecosystem against itself. The same way Xbox plays against Xbox and PC.
It's a good time to be alive.
I was just gonna say PC sounds like a great name for an EDM band.
Yeah, or like a level 2 super bad drug for you.
PC.
The higher evolution of PCP. It's gotten worse.
I don't know, man. He was on that PC.
Momo Majiri says, sorry I'm late. Who's your favorite god in the game, and who's the best god for beginners?
Those are both really good questions. Oh, well, clearly not Sobek because I'm missing everything.
I'm going to start saving my questions for when you're not in the most chaotic battle of your life.
Brian, I'm going to die.
No!
No, I'm not.
Oh, no, you still might.
Nope.
Yes.
I'm out because I'm Sobek.
Go Sobek.
Okay, so good questions all around.
Best god in the game.
Best god in the game, Ao Kwang is very, very good. Bologna's very, very good. It kind of depends on what you're looking for. I think probably hands down the best god in the game right now, I would say, is Ao Kwang.
Yeah.
He's just this really Chinese dragon guy, sneaky, gets around, does a lot of damage, and gets out. Very survivable. For new players, it kind of depends. After this match, we'll go in and we'll show you a couple, but it kind of depends what you're after. If you're after like a mage, Ra is very good. He's very safe. You know, he's got good damage, good clear. He's very safe.
Raj. So that's who you're going to want to start with when you download your code today.
Ra. Yes.
Jump in with him.
Where could they find a code?
At go.ign.com/Smite PS4. Hatch4Pedhat says, does IGN like that you've turned all your shows into another version of that unfunny podcast you do called The Comedy Button? Yes, they love it. They keep giving me more raises, and they give me more shows to do.
Yeah.
So thanks for supporting. Like, subscribe, comment, and join Patreon. Do whatever you want. Brandon, what do? You do lots of weird stuff here.
Yeah.
Are you on any shows like regularly?
No, not anymore.
We gotta fix that. Not anymore. What happened?
Well, strangely enough, I actually had a Smite show.
You did?
Yeah, and not enough people liked it. So we took it off the air to kind of retool it, and we've all just been so busy that we haven't been able to bring it back yet.
Now, technically, if we give away 100,000 codes today,
I feel like
and all
that
of them
sends a message.
want something to listen to while they're playing this game,
Yeah,
we could bring this back.
we could.
This is on you. This is possibly on you to bring Brandon back to the
don't.
podcast universe. You want to do that?
Yeah, I'm not.
Or maybe you don't.
No, it's
Murder. Is it like Dexter, where after a few seasons you're like, I'm good. We told the stories, but then it's gonna keep
no.
going?
I love Smite to death. I love talking about it. It's just a weekly podcast is tough to talk about with Smite, considering things kind of change every 2 weeks or every month, right? New gods come out, new patches come out. There's a weekly patch or bi-weekly patch. So there are periods in there where, you know, hearing how much people love Smite, I'm sure, is great, but like you can only do that for so many episodes, right?
Yeah.
Until you need to talk about new information. So a weekly show is probably not the way to cover a MOBA.
Sure.
And as MOBAs, you know, are growing and we're all learning how best to cover them, like what you guys want to see, what we are capable of doing, you know, with the resources that we have and the time that we have. So it's a learning process right now, figuring out how to cover a MOBA in a format that works for everyone.
Sure. In the meantime, I'd love to get you back on Podcast Beyond.
Yeah.
Because you were great on that show.
I'm
you came
sure.
on to talk about Bloodborne, right?
Yeah. Bloodborne and The Order.
And The Order.
I think,
Yeah,
as
that was
well.
so. Another thing you do here is you review a lot of games, right?
I do, yeah. I just reviewed Rocket League on Xbox One this
All
week.
right.
So that's fun.
Mhm.
If you have a PS4, you likely know that Rocket League is the sort of breakout indie darling sensation. Totally deserving as well. It's an awesome little action title.
Yep.
It just hit Xbox One, so, you know, share the enthusiasm with your Xbox friends because they're going to be getting...
It's soccer with cars.
Yeah,
basically.
but they're going to be getting a great game for the first time.
Yeah.
And,
And you can get a great game for the first time. go to IGN.com/SmitePS4.
segue.
That is your place to redeem codes for Smite. You can download it today and just get started. Like
That's right.
This is a good time to be alive.
For sure.
So using the hashtag IGNPlaysLive, we're getting some questions. Name can't be blank. That's his name, because I think Twitter told him name can't be blank. So.
Oh, I see. That's super clever.
He says, is the shop easy to use on console? It's pretty easy enough, right?
Yeah, it's easy well, name can't be blank. Have you played Smite?
Yeah.
If you have played Smite and you know what you're doing, it's easy enough to use. If you haven't, it's going to take like a learning curve for sure. We're gonna say awesome.
Are those women conjoined at the feet? What was going on there?
They're sort of like two halves of a person that hold hands. It's kind of, I mean, mythology's weird, man.
Two halves of a person that holds hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like a David Fincher TV show.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Stay Puffed 02 says, what game types are available in Smite?
So, I'm glad you asked that. Smite has a variety of game types to suit whatever you're in the mood for. It's got Arena, which is sort of a 5v5 arena, as you might imagine, and you just kind of fight in the center of that. It's got Joust, which is what you just saw, which is 3v3. You know, it's sort of a more intimate. Everyone needs to work together a little bit better. The synergy on teams is really strong. It's got the sort of marquee bread and butter, which is Conquest, which is 3 lanes, 5 people. You got a jungler roaming. It's really what the competitive scene is in MOBAs. And then you've got Assault, which is sort of like Joust, but it's 5 players, and you're not allowed to go back home to buy items. So you can only buy items when you die. So it's all about like sustain and staying in lane.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So that seems a little tougher.
It's actually more casual. It's a lot more fun if you're just sort of in it to have fun. Also, your gods are always picked randomly, so you never know what you're going to play.
Oh, really? So that's kind of a cool way to sort of get a little more well-versed in everything. Who's sending us messages?
I know. Yeah, so
If you want to send us messages, go to Twitter and use the hashtag IGNPlaysLive, or go to
IGN.
YouTube/IGN or Twitch.
Twitch.tv/IGN.
There we go. There it is. Just like, let's see, who we got here. DevilGear21 on YouTube says, how can I ask IGN a question?
Well,
Just did. Just did. Nailed it. Yeah. If you want to do it again, just do exactly what you did to ask that one, and I will do my best to get to it.
That's right. You can get us at Twitter, at IGN using the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. And like Brian Altano, host of Up at Noon and man of many talents, just said, You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/IGN and twitch.tv/IGN.
That's right. Thanks, man.
Of course. So you want to take a look at some gods that might be good to start with?
Yeah.
So Smite has what they call a free rotation, where it's completely free. You never have to pay a dime to play Smite. This is the closed alpha, so the rules are a little different right now. Not saying you have to spend money. It's just like some things won't be accessible to you right off the bat since it's still in a closed state. When the game comes out, it'll be free. I played Smite for going on a year when I first started without spending a dime. And then I realized, well, I've got a year out of this game. I'm going to give the developers all the money that they deserve.
Of course.
So
I kind of like when that happens, by the way.
Yeah. And Hi-Rez is really, really good about this. They have something called the Ultimate God Pack, which is $30 flat. I'm not sure it's available on PS4 yet or not. It might actually be. They have something called the Ultimate God Pack, which is $30 flat. You get all the gods that have been released up to date, and then all future gods that will ever be created.
Wow.
For $30. And right now there are 70. So I bought it when there were 20-ish gods, and I've gotten 50 gods for free. Well, not for free, but for $30. So every time a new god comes out, it's a better value.
So you're sort of future-proofing.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
It's sort of Hi-Rez saying like, here, pay $30 for the game and support the game, and we'll just give you everything.
That's like less than 50 cents a god.
Yeah, for just 25 cents a god.
50 cents a day, you can get a god.
Yeah, we'll send you pictures of your god.
Yep.
Okay, so Smite uses something called a free rotation, where every week they have 5 new gods that you can play for free. You can rent other gods or purchase them with money or currency that you earn in game, also for free.
Mm-hmm.
So this week's rotation is Guan Yu, Neith, Ra, Thor, and Ymir. The gods in the free rotation are generally pretty good for beginners. There's always some good gods in there to play, but let's just go. I'll give you some tips right now if you're just starting. So let's start with Mage. Like I said, Ra, probably your best mage to start out with. He's safe. He's got a heal. He has really great lane clear, so you're not going to get pushed into your tower too much.
He has a beak. He's like a bird sphinx.
Yeah. He's.
So that's important.
Hi.
Fabulous. So let me show you.
I love his voice. That is awesome. Yeah. Hi, how are you?
Let me give you an example of the great skins. We'll go back to the gods in a second, but
I'm fantastic.
every god has their own voice pack, which is really, really good. And using the in-game system to talk to other players, you can talk in that voice. But then you get these super weird skins like this.
Wow.
This was actually, I think, a promotional thing for 4th of July with proceeds going to charity. But this is Raw America.
This is like Raw Fieri.
God.
I like this one.
I'm done. And his voice pack is now different.
Uh-huh.
So,
Good luck. Have fun.
So
he's got a little bit of a southern twang there. I like his firework.
Yeah. So the skins sort of match, whatever they want to do. The voices match those skins. It's really, really well done. Okay, let's go back to mages that are kind of good for starting out with. I recommend Ra. Anubis is also pretty good. He's got a lot of AoE. He's got a way to lock an enemy down. He's got a super powerful straight line ult. He's not very safe though, so stay far back with him. Hunters, Neith, you can't go wrong with Neith. She's got a backflip, can get out of trouble, and she's got a heal. Guardians, Ymir's free. He's good. He can freeze people. I would say go with Ymir as you're starting. He's kind of got an easy learning curve to him. And if you go in, I think, let's see if they kept these in here. In the PC version, they sort of have, they tell you which gods are easier to use than others. I can't find it. It's probably in here, but I can't find it. But for example, Ymir's voice is great too.
Yeah.
And then like his skin.
Wow. He went like full Tron. That is really awesome.
Yeah. If you were a Twitch streamer, they had sort of a Twitch skin as well.
Oh, nice.
So anyway, a lot of good stuff. Guardian, Ymir, Assassin. If you want a safe assassin, I'd say. Assassins by nature aren't really safe, but Thor is good. He's got an escape. He's got a stun. And then Hunter we covered, and Warrior, you can't go wrong with Odin. He can get out. Guan Yu as a heal. So Guan Yu or Odin. All right.
Chase Nigerville says, can you show Thor skins?
Sure.
Thor skins.
Thor skins.
It's a weird word.
Yeah. It's kind of strange. Sounds familiar, though.
Yeah, it sounds like another word.
That's weird.
A completely different word.
Super producer Benjenko. What word were we thinking of?
Force Awakens is what we were looking for.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
That movie just came out. It's good, too. Let's look at.
In case you haven't heard of it, a small independent film was in theaters at the end of December.
That's right.
Called The Force Awakens.
It's about a ship that gets commandeered.
About an impoverished woman who lives in a old hut.
That's right.
And finds a ball.
It's
great film.
Yeah.
One of the.
I
hope it makes its money back.
Yeah, me too.
It's fledgling budget.
It's shoestring budget. I think it'll do okay.
So let's take a look at some Thor skins.
So this is Thor. So this is every time, man. So this is Thor, and this is his skin. His Thor skin. So he's got a heavy metal Thor skin. With a piercing. He's got a righteous.
What did you say?
A righteous hammer Thor skin.
He has a pierced Thor skin?
Yeah, I think so.
This one's awesome. I love this so much. This is really cool. This is like we had like a 80s, 90s, almost like Brutal Legend.
Yeah, it's called heavy metal, and his voice skin sounds super Brutal Legendish.
Be careful with using your heavy metal Thor skin.
Right. You should be careful with that.
You might get hurt or cut.
He's got Blood Eagle, which is a skin from Tribes.
Oh, a bloody Thor skin.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, got Iron Gamer. Wrath of Valhalla, a wrathful Thor skin.
That Thor skin is electric.
It is. It's shocking, really. And then he's got this Japanese Thor skin. That
interesting.
He kind of turns into sort of a Voltron kind of character.
Oh wow, a robotic Gundam Thor skin.
Yeah, and his voice sounds very strange.
This is awesome. Yeah. This is like.
It's pretty rad.
This is exactly what I want in a video game.
Yeah.
Where did he go?
He's right there.
Oh, he's got like almost like a Zero Suit Samus thing going on.
Kinda, yeah. So he runs around. He runs around in his undersuit. And then when he pops his ult, he goes into his Gundam-ish kind of thing. Man, talk about derailing a train.
Yeah. Momo Majiri says, "I must have that skin."
That.
So out of context, doesn't that sound terrifying?
I must have that skin.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Give me back my dog.
Legendary Snake 51 says, IGN, one of the best website for video games. I agree.
That's the back of the box.
It actually says it above the building. One of the
one of the best website.
Easily in the top 1,000 websites for video games. That was our original title.
Easily. Thank you very much. That's kind of you. Here's a Halloween skin for Thanatos.
I must have that skin.
This one is rad. So as you level up, I always show this on every stream. As you level up with this god, his skin evolves. So he becomes sort of more angelic as the match goes on.
Oh wow!
Until he gets to the top of his power climb, and then
it's literally impossible to walk through any doorway.
He's like that gif of Pikachu trying to get through the door at PAX East.
Yep.
Just kind of like...
Mofar says, I've been playing the beta for a bit, and I've been having problems choosing what god to play with. Help.
Okay. I mean, pick whatever you like.
Yeah.
Everything is... Every situation calls for kind of a different god. So find what role you like to play. If you like to shoot stuff as a hunter, if you like to cast big spells as a mage, if you like to help your teammates and be a guardian, kind of protect them, save them. Or if you like to be an assassin, like sneak around and like kill people super quick and then get out.
Yeah, it all goes with your sort of personality type. That's what I usually find with any game that has a bunch of different character classes.
Yeah.
If you feel like being like just brutal and running up there and pummeling, that's one way to do it.
You're gonna want to be a warrior.
You want to be a warrior, or you want to hang back a little bit, be an assassin. Big Bama Base says, how'd you guys get the skin?
The
Thor skin.
The Thor skin.
How do you get these skins in the game?
In order to show you the game today and sort of everything that's in it, Hi-Rez went ahead and hooked us up, so I can buy stuff and show it to you. Show players what they can earn with in-game currency and with premium currency. Yeah,
just tweet at Brandon Tyrell. He'll buy you anything you need.
That's not true at all.
It's not true at all.
Nope.
Forever. Anything you want. Do you need new clothes?
Yeah.
How's your car? You can always use a better one.
Yeah.
Multi-billionaire Brandon Tyrell will take care of you.
Exactly. That's why I work at IGN.
That's why we work at IGN.
That Game Journal money.
Game Journal money.
Okay, so we're gonna do some 3v3 again. I'm going to go. You know what?
It's been a minute while we're loading up. I'm gonna say a lot of people asking where to get the code. Go.ign.com/Smite PS4. You don't have to type in the HTTP://www. A lot of people tell you have to do that stuff, And they just end up saying all these characters that are not necessary. You don't
So
have to do that.
do you want the Gundam Thor skin or do you want the heavy metal Thor skin?
Let's go with Gundam Thor skin.
Okay. It seriously sounds like an. Oh, I can't buy it, unfortunately. We'll buy it. We'll buy the heavy metal one. Oh, so 2 assassins and a hunter. This is not gonna go well for us.
How come?
Oh, they have 2 assassins and a mage, so we might be okay.
Mighty Mindsoup says, I can't wait to show people my Thor skin. Just make sure that they're okay with that first.
Consenting Thor skins. Make sure you have consent before you.
Yes, have consent before you
show off your
flash
Thor
your Thor skin.
I seriously feel like we're gonna get talked to after this stream.
Yeah, well, that'll be fine. Otaku SKS says, I have a feeling I'm going to spend a lot of money on this game. Is that possible? Like,
It is possible to spend a lot of money on this game if you want to.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend a cent on this game, though. What you spend in money for is like premium items, skins, voice packs, stuff like that, that you can also buy with in-game currency. And then there are a few items that you can only get by spending premium currency as well. So, oh, that was a mistake.
The Illmine 3/3, he's back again, says 25,000 gems, WTF.
Oh my god.
What's he mean by that?
So, you can't see it right now.
Yeah.
Gems are the premium currency, and you use those gems to purchase premium items if you don't want to wait to earn all the in-game currency to buy them. And then you spend real-world money on them. So that's a lot of gems to see on an account. So I understand the oh my gosh factor. Okay, so now we're running as Thor with our heavy metal skin.
Our heavy metal Thor skin.
Our Thor skin.
K. Smith says, I feel bad playing against the new players.
Yeah, me too.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I mean, that's how you learn, right? You get in there, you get your ass kicked,
well,
and then you get better. Wow. That was awesome. That was very metal of him.
It was. I missed. I should have got that kill, but I missed because I'm bad.
Word789 says, will Naomi stream today on IGN? Actually, she is. She's playing Plants vs. Zombies 2.
She definitely will.
Which is kind of like this game.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's a bunch of weird-looking creatures fighting each other, so that's a big thing. She's a girl. We're adult men, so it's going to change who you see in the.
Lot more blonde hair.
Lot
less stubble.
I don't know if I ever told you this. I
don't know if I want to hear this.
I was actually blonde when I was like the first 4 years of my life. I had blonde curly hair.
Did you really?
Yeah. I was a blonde baby boy.
My sister was like that too. She had very, very blonde hair, and then now she's a brunette.
And then it just goes away one day.
Yeah. Don't know if I ever told you this. I actually don't have a blonde story that I want to share.
No, you've never actually told me that you don't have a blonde story, so that's true.
There we go. I don't know if I ever told you this.
No, never.
But I got nothing to say.
Jody Resnata says, press L2 twice to teleport to your hammer.
Yep. Sure.
What's up with that? Can we see that?
Yeah. So Thor can throw his hammer out and it comes back, but if you press it again while it's out, you teleport to it.
Whoa.
So it's a way for you to like get through objects, catch up to people.
Very nice wine country back there, by the way.
Yeah, it is nice, isn't it? Oh my God, look at that! I have literally never noticed that before.
See,
Gosh, that's beautiful.
You're focused on the blades of grass. I'm looking at the field.
The bigger picture stuff.
Yep. Go.ign.com/Smite PS4. A lot of people still being like, how do I get that code? That's how you do it. Just go right there. If you have a PS4, you sign up, get in that alpha, and start wrecking shop with Thor's Mighty Thor skin.
Where we at? Where we at? What are we doing? I'm going to pop that bubble right now.
David Boston on Twitter, that's @GuyverHockey, says, did you mention you're able to rent gods using premium or in-game currencies?
You sure can. I think I might have mentioned it, but I'm not. If I didn't, you can also rent gods. You don't have to buy them outright. You can rent them for a day or 3 days, I think. Oh, Cupid. Why would you do that?
Andrew Pathanthog says, hi, IGN guys. Please press L2 to be my homie. There we go. We're friends now. Now you have to come to our weddings, and you have to send us Christmas cards every year.
I'm registered at go.ign.com/myps4. I just want a code. That's all. You can get me one of those.
That's all.
And you can get yourself one of those if you go there. The Smite PS4 closed alpha just started.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Oh, my homies. I'm going up. Give me that mage.
Awesome. Oh, and you landed up the second you leveled up the second you landed. That was good. Good timing. Edgar Sunday on Twitch says, "What's the learning curve on this? I've never played a MOBA."
The learning curve, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of steep. What I enjoy, there's just a lot of half of the game is not just knowing what you can do; it's what other people are going to do. You know, you got to be able to know what you're going to be in danger of and what other gods are capable of at any given moment. Outside of that, it's also learning what the items do and then learning what the abilities do. So there's actually a pretty steep learning curve. What I do enjoy about Smite is that high-res has included a feature. Oh man, we're so screwed. Run, Cupid! Save yourself! Serpentine. High-res has included a feature where the game will automatically buy what items it thinks you should pick up, and it will automatically level your skills in the order in which it thinks is optimal. So you'll be able to really go in and learn the gods and learn the map and learn how it works without having to get into the minutia of what item I buy when, what ability I level up when.
Now, what's a good mode to start with?
Arena. Actually, Smite has a fantastic practice and tutorial, a suite of tutorials, really.
Oh, nice.
So you can go in and really play a tutorial in a practice mode in each of the game modes and learn how it goes and play all against bots. If you only ever want to play against bots, you can do that too. You don't have to play against other people. I know it can be really intimidating.
Yeah, that's kind of the terrifying thing about jumping in an online multiplayer game and getting wrecked for the first time. But you get better. Like that's how you do almost anything in the world, right?
It gets better. I really want that Agni. I really want to kill him. I'm going to.
Let's go.ign.com/smite PS4. Go grab your code. 100,000 to give away. That's a lot. Right. That is a lot. Like I don't think you really understand. What if we wrote all those codes out? You could wrap the Earth 70,000 times.
That's true. Those are actual facts.
That's real. You could cover the entire moon with codes, and then
with
blow it up
codes
and send them into space.
You could make a moon out of codes. Mm-hmm. A moon code.
Word 789 says beyond.
Beyond.
Beyond. We did it. We said our titular catchphrase.
Sweet royalty checks.
Adam Omega X says, will anything you do on the alpha carry over to the full release, and how long will it be up for?
I'm trying to remember how it was on the Xbox. Tweet at Smite Game and ask that question. I'm pretty sure it'll carry over. I can't, don't quote me on that, though. I'm pretty sure it will, though. So I think I remember the Xbox carrying.
What's the thing they can quote you on? What's your favorite food in the world?
My favorite. Oh man, that's such a hard question. It seriously is.
It's tough, right?
Last night I made this really cool cream of chicken, ground turkey with gnocchi kind of dish.
Did you make the gnocchi yourself?
No.
Okay, because that is heavy duty. That's like making potato batter and then squeezing it through a tube. And that's a whole thing.
Exactly.
But the sauce sounds great, and the chicken sounds great. I'm getting hungry now.
It was super good.
We're cutting into lunchtime here over at IGN.
Wait, what time is it?
It's noon.
Wow, we've already been at this
It's 12
for an hour?
p.m. Pacific time.
All right,
a lot of people were asking what time it is over here. I didn't really want to tell them because we told them we're very tired. It was 11 a.m. That's kind of embarrassing. But, we're babies. What can I say? I'm out.
Oh, wow. Siri just recorded our entire conversation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Siri, if you want a code, head on over to go.ign.com/SmitePS4. Get your code. Get cracking. Get playing Smite.
Maybe we should ask Siri. Siri, where can I get a Smite closed alpha code? Oh my god! Oh my god! Is that it? Where is it? Oh,
it's at IGN.com.
Oh, there goes. Even Siri.
Wow, knows. Even Siri knows to go to go.ign.com/SmitePS4. I wonder if Siri knows how to make gnocchi. We'll have to figure that out in a moment.
She'll pull up RachelRay.com.
Yep.
I'm really, really, really happy that Siri knows where to go to get a code.
Nathan Dark says, IGN best commentary around. You were so sweet. I'm not one of those retweet compliments type of dudes.
Yeah.
But if I see a compliment on YouTube, I'm going to say thank you because that's not really a place for that. Or it should be, but it's usually a bunch of people being like, these guys are toilet boys. I hate them.
Toilet boys?
Someone should kick them in their Thor skin.
Oh. Well, you would hurt your foot because my Thor skin is heavy metal.
You heard it here first. There's your quote. There's your Brendan Tyrell quote
you
right
can
there.
Quote me. What's my Thor skin? It's heavy metal. Okay, so I just picked up this purple buff. If you don't know what buffs are, they're little modifiers that actually sort of affect how your character plays. Cupid is getting the red one right now, which is damage. It's just a flat increase to damage. I have the purple one, which is a faster attack speed, so I swing my hammer faster. And there's also a blue one, which gives you more mana over time. And these guys are going to be super surprised, because my Thor skin is going to crash down on them. Oh, and I missed. Who's that?
It was Naomi Kyle just busted in here. She can do whatever she wants to. She runs the place. This is her world. We're just living in it.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Shout out to Naomi Kyle. She just put a new song out. You should go download that. It's on iTunes. It's called Oracle. Andrew Fanthavong says, let me kick your foreskin. No. Why did I read that?
Come on, dude.
Why did I know better than that? I walked right into that.
You should know better. When you're on live camera, here's a fun thing. You can't actually read it until you get to the end.
I know.
If you start reading before.
Big problem.
Oh, I know you know. This is for them.
No,
if you
I
ever
know.
find yourself on camera, don't start reading out loud until you get to the end of the
Well, I
sentence.
thought I knew. Apparently I don't, because I walked right into that giant bear trap.
Giant Thorskin bear trap. We are going to do...
So some people want to know sort of what like the average match length is.
Sure. Okay, so the average kind of depends on mode. For the arena, the average match length is around 17 to 22, 23 minutes, I think is what I was told. But it's about 20 minutes. For a joust, a little bit less, 15 to 20. It all kind of depends on how the game is going. Conquests last anywhere from sort of the half-hour mark. And I think that's about it. Assaults usually go about a half hour, 25 to a half hour as well. So you can really get in. If you have a half hour, you can get in, play a match, and get out. It's not... I mean, I've heard some extreme samples of, like, Dota where matches go on for, like, hours.
Wow, really?
Not hours, like an hour and a half.
So what?
I don't want to piss off the Dota community.
Yeah, yeah. What sort of things has to happen for a match to last an hour and a half? You just have two incredibly skilled players or just two baby boys who are hiding a lot?
Generally, two incredibly skilled players, the match will be short because, you know, once one of them makes a mistake, the other one capitalizes on it. Capitalizes? Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Generally, it's got to be with players that don't want to give up. There is a surrender option, right? So if you're just getting creamed at the 10-minute mark, you're allowed to surrender. But generally, if it's two teams that are pretty evenly matched...
yeah, Mighty Mind Soup just tuned in with the same stuff. He says, I think it's important to let people know you can surrender if they're afraid or playing a 30-minute game or of getting bodied. Yeah.
Bodied, yeah. So getting really kind of...
Getting hurt.
Wrecked.
Or killed, wrecked. Go.ign.com/SmitePS4. I'm going to say that until my face falls off. But that's how we get 100,000 codes out there.
Yeah, we got a lot of codes to give away. Mm-hmm. So take one. Take two. Give one to your friend. Give one to your mom.
Tell us how you're doing, too. Just tell us how your day's going. Potato King, that's Trogdor_6 on Twitter says, who is the weirdest god in Smite? We've seen some really strange ones so far.
Man. Bakasura is pretty weird. Mm-hmm. Bakasura is like this little demon thing with like... do you remember Baraka from Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
With like the...
Yeah,
he's kind of like that. But his chest opens up and he eats things with his chest.
That's horrible.
It's kind of strange.
Does he have weird teeth?
Yeah, he's got kind of weird teeth.
That was one of Baraka's big problems, was just those awful.
Yeah, him and Melina both, right? It's real messy.
Yeah, I wonder what would happen if they kissed.
Sparks.
Find out more on DeviantArt. Jesus.
Baraka.
Just type that in. I'm sure someone has drawn
There's
that.
a fanfic out there.
Yeah. Do you know that thing about, like, you can type any name plus the hedgehog?
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like, you'll get, like, Brandon the hedgehog, and it's just a weird drawing of a...
Yep. That's totally fine. Him and Tails.
Him and Tails. Together forever.
There's already a Baraka Melina fanfic out there, I'm sure. With Sonic in the background.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely getting out there.
Sonic leans in close and says,
Someone keeps opening the door and trying to sneak in here. Who is it?
Who is that?
Let yourself be known.
There's a hand.
It's a hand. It's James, the hand. Lubon's on YouTube says, my day is going great. No school. I don't know what happened there. Maybe there was a snowstorm or something like that.
Sweet.
Where did you grow up? I know I've asked you this, but I'm doing it for
Bay Area.
Bay Area. So you've been...
Oh, come on.
So you never had snow days?
Actually, I did spend a little bit of time growing up in Montana, so I know snow very, very well. But I moved to the Bay Area when I was like 13, so by and large, I've been pretty lucky with fair weather, 60 degrees all the way through.
13 is when you probably want the most snow days. That's when you're most disconnected from school. When you're like 7 or 10,
yeah,
and they cancel school, it's not really a big deal because you're probably going into like
when you're like 8 and there's a snow day, you're like, yeah, I get to go play in the snow.
Yeah,
you know,
this is great.
When you're 13, you're like, oh, now I can just sit in my room.
Yeah,
and no one
I'm
will
gonna
just
play with my bags.
no one on the snow doesn't understand me.
We used to have there was one week. I grew up in New Jersey. There was one week where we had no school for like 10 days because of the snow. It was like
in New Jersey.
Yeah, it was this major blizzard, and it really felt like I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to have to go back. It was great.
Oh, have you ever seen the movie Day After Tomorrow? That's what's happening. All right.
Yeah, that was about a snowstorm that never stopped, right? And about a script that never started.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, all right. What'd you say?
I said The Day After Tomorrow. It's
Yeah.
about a snowstorm that never stopped and a script that never started.
The only thing I remember of that movie is those sweet CG wolves.
Yeah,
on
they
the tanker in
escaped out of
downtown.
the zoo in
The
Central
zoo.
Park.
Yeah, that was you. Okay.
yeah.
Now I get it.
TBCSC Game says, hey, Brandon, is there any chance of the return of IGN Arena? We were talking about that earlier.
IGN Arena, yeah, that's sort of the esports-focused umbrella brand that IGN has regarding all kinds of like competitive games. Yeah, there's all kinds of discussions going on right now behind the scenes. We just got to figure out what works. Both for you and for us.
Yeah.
So the tentative answer is maybe.
Yeah, obviously we want to do as much awesome things as possible here at IGN, but we have to pick and choose our battles, just like you can in Smite. Just head on over to go.ign.com/Smite PS4.
That's why you're the best man in the business.
You can download a code and get cracking on PS4 today. I'm reading some interesting theories here in some of the chats
about
Kronos and Thanatos, two characters in this game that the Smite community has apparently linked together as a couple, a power couple.
Really?
Yeah. Did you know about that?
This is the first I'm hearing about
Now
it.
you know. Those two are really big into each other, apparently. For more information on that, head on over to DeviantArt.
Yeah.
I'm sure plenty of people have drawn horrific versions of whatever that looks like.
I will wreck you.
Dino Maxim NL says, does someone knows the release date for Smite PS4?
What's up?
What's the release date for Smite PS4?
It hasn't been announced yet.
Okay, but you can play the alpha today.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right now.
Or
Right
in a
this
mo- in a-
very
in a
second.
bit.
That's actually what we're playing right now. Here on IGN Plays Live.
Yeah. Lubon says, thanks for reading my comment. Of course.
Oh, no.
Thanks for leaving us a
Oh,
comment.
no.
That's how this works.
Oh,
It's a lot easier for me. I get to interact with the audience. You have to die.
There we go. We win.
Your morale
The
gets shot.
hand-holding ladies are dead again. That sucks for them. Good for us, because it means we win.
Yep.
That was another round of Joust.
Yeah, a lot of people said they really liked IGN Arena. We're always experimenting with podcast properties.
With shows
See
and
what
stuff.
we do.
You know, if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, we maybe take it, after that season, we retool it, see what can work better.
Like we did that with we did a Fallout 4 podcast.
Yeah, the Vault.
Yeah, Vault lasted a while, kind of wrapped it up. I think when the new DLC comes out, we'll probably revisit it, jump back in there.
I think those are the plans, yeah.
Build some mechs, whatever they're doing in that there's a new like robot mode. It's going to be fun.
There's a new robot mode?
Yeah, there's one of the Fallout DLCs is basically like you roam the earth fighting mechs and stealing their parts and building your own robots.
That sounds like a game I 100% want to play.
Yep. You could be a robot also if you use the right Thor skin. The
That's
Gundam
right.
Thor skin. Or
He's-
Gundam-inspired Thor skin.
He's
They
very-
don't want to get sued.
He's very salty right now. Look at him.
A salty Thor skin.
Salty Thorskin. Moping.
Very droopy. He's a very
I was
sad,
trying to think of another adjective.
salty, droopy Thor skin.
That's right.
Chris Teat says, I like turtles. Are there turtles in this game?
I
I added that second part.
Are there turtles in this game? No, there's a crocodile in this game. No turtles.
Matt Pack says, will you ever do a video with Kind of Funny? Yeah, I've done tons of videos with those guys. I was on the Game Over Greggy show. I was on Conversation with Colin. Go look those up. I'd love to come back, though, because those are my friends. Even though they're traitors. Just kidding. But you are. But you started your own thing, and I'm happy for you. But for those of us still here on IGN, we're giving away 100,000 codes today. It's go.ign.com/Smite PS4. What are your dreams and aspirations, Brandon?
My dreams and aspirations?
Yeah. You got what is most people would consider a dream job.
The most coveted job in the I'm very happy with what I'm doing right now. I know that's the safe answer. But.
Is there anything more, like anything you want to do more of? Do you want to launch new shows? Do you want to do more reviews? Do you like previews? Do you want to travel more?
Oh, I travel a lot.
You travel a lot, right?
Yeah.
Where have you gone for this job so far? How long have you been here?
A year in February. So February 4th was my 1 year.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
So where did we send you in 1 year?
Literally the last place I went was Sweden.
Okay.
Because we're doing a big blowout on The Division, which will be wrapping up this week. So if you like The Division, you can go to go.ign.com/The Division and see all the content we put up for that.
And how long were you in Sweden?
A couple days.
Just enough to be like, bye Sweden, bye Sweden.
Just enough to be like, oh, I'm starting to get used to this time difference. Yep. And then I come home and
it's kind of a pain in the ass to fly to Europe from California.
Yeah, it really
That's like
is.
an almost 10-hour flight.
It was 10 out there, 11 and a half on the way back.
So we sent you to Sweden. We sent you to Los Angeles, obviously, for E3, but that's an hour flight. That's no big deal.
Yeah,
but you also went to Germany, right, for Gamescom?
Yeah, I went to Germany for Gamescom.
How was that?
It was good.
That's a very packed.
It's
packed house.
It's like E3 for an entire continent. So it's a lot to deal with. But it's good. It was very, very fun. Yeah, I travel. I've been all over the place. What about you? I mean, I know you travel quite a bit.
Yeah, I've worked every show except for Gamescom. So I've done everything except for Germany. I did Tokyo a few years ago. I'm actually going back on vacation in May. Are you gonna go to a cat cafe? I might. I went to an owl cafe last time.
Yeah.
Those are weird because you don't
really want to touch them, I imagine.
Well, yeah. It's also not really a cafe. It's mostly just like an owl prison. Like it's a bunch of owls that are roped onto something. Like they're just tied down to like a pole. And you're not really in there being like, oh, I'd like a coffee covered in owls.
Yeah.
So you don't actually go in there and eat anything or drink anything. So it's a little.
You just sit down and one goes, help me.
Yeah. They're just like, get me out, Scraw. Mighty Mind Soup says, how good is your Scylla? Scylla. She's a really marketable character. Maybe give her a shot. Little girl with snake dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really hitting that core demographic of 8-year-olds that are also part demon monster.
A lot of people can't decide between a snake and a dog when buying their first pet, so it's good to have.
It's true.
Both.
Do you want one that eats mice? Do you want one that is fluffy?
Mm-hmm.
It's really.
Did you ever have a snake?
I had a lizard.
Okay.
When I was 17, I got a Chinese water dragon for Christmas.
What? What is that?
It's the dumbest little green lizard you've ever seen in your life.
Chinese water dragon?
I named him Mitch, and he was
Mitch Dyer.
Like Mitch Dyer, associate editor now at IGN.com.
Ooh, if you search for Chinese water dragon, it autofills to Chinese water torture, which is apparently a very different thing.
So that was Mitch. Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at Chinese water dragon. He's pretty cool.
They're cute.
Did yours have a mohawk?
He did, yeah. And he hated me. He hated me
really?
With a pat. Like anytime I take the lid off, he'd go like this and like start walking away. And then I would grab him and he would like flick his body and his tail at the same time and start foaming at the mouth. So it was more just like I kept him alive and he allowed me to look at him.
Man. Mofar on Twitter says, tell the guy that's playing Smite that he is really good.
Hey, thanks, man.
Tips master, por favor. Do you have any tips? Don't suck.
I got a Thor skin. I'm gonna pay for that one.
Yeah.
I don't.
You're just beating up animals.
I lost my train of thought. Yeah, tips. Don't overcommit. Like patience is the key. Know when you can sort of get in there and get out.
Right.
It's much more important to survive than it is to kill. Live to fight another day is a very, very accurate representation of how you should be playing this game.
Interesting. So that's the sort of like cat and mouse that, and I know you reviewed Bloodborne for us, but that I learned a lot from playing that game, which is like, all right, I can go in there, swing my axe one last time, or I can kind of hang back and heal. Yeah, and I know it's going to be like a 50-50 thing of who dies here.
Yeah, and then swing maybe many, many more times after you heal. So yeah.
So don't get greedy. That's a good tip. Do not get greedy. Get in there and kick some butt, and then hang back, take care of yourself.
Yep.
Shop a little bit.
Sure.
Let your teammates carry the load.
And that is the thing too. This is very much a team game. So like, don't think that you have to go in there and. This is gonna hurt. don't think you have to go in there and win the game single-handedly. Because you're not going to.
It's not going to happen like that.
Oh, no.
Fighter Pilot Wannabe says,
no.
IGN, rate me from a 0 to a 10. I'm going to give you a 9.5.
Nice. Oh, no.
He didn't use any punctuation. If you had put a period at the end of the sentence, you would have gotten a 10. That's all it takes.
You didn't use any punctuation. You gave him 95.
I don't review games, so I can dole out scores like it's nothing.
What's the last game you reviewed?
I reviewed Rayman Legends for the Wii U launch.
Cool.
So it was probably like 3 or 4 years ago.
Wow, has it been that long?
It's been a while. But so I got kind of burnt out on reviewing games because and I think it's like you kind of lucked out. Now, you've obviously you reviewed a ton of games for IGN, right? And a lot of them are multi-platform. But when you review something like The Order or Bloodborne, it's a one and done. You do the game review and then you walk away. When you review something like Rayman Legends, it's on Wii U, PS4, Xbox One, PS3, Xbox 360, Vita, and there's even like an iOS
GBA,
version. GBA,
Game Boy Color.
It's on the Game Boy Color. There was actually a DS version of Rayman Origins, which was a game I reviewed before that. So
I thought they were going to commit. Oh well, and I miss. That was a really, really bad play on my part, and so let me know how bad it was in the comments below.
Cool, Cool says you should have used Stan's ult to keep out Kappa.
I mean, yeah, if you wanted to burn it there, but there's no guarantee I would have got out before they killed me.
That's true.
So basically what he's saying is Thanatos' ult, he goes CC immune for crowd control immune for a minute and then flies into the air. It's like 3 seconds. In those 3 seconds, you can't move, though, so they can just beat on you.
Nice.
And I was worried I was going to get killed.
Yeah, you leave yourself open doing that. Head on over to go.ign.com/SmitePS4. That is where you get your code. It's free. We're just giving it to you for free. You can play the game immediately today.
Right now.
You can watch the game. We watch us play it right now, obviously. But when you're done with that, go play it yourself. Get good.
Yeah.
Get good, and then maybe the next time we play, we'll see you out in the battlefield, and you can beat us up, and you can tell your friends I whipped those guys' butts over at IGN.
Yeah.
Those guys are casual losers.
That's right.
Anything you want.
Typical IGN.
Bloody Boney says, "What is this game about?"
In that accent?
That's what he wrote. VAT is this game about.
Well, it is about out. Gods fighting each other in this sort of fantasy where gods fight each other.
His name is actually Bloody Boney. That's great.
All right. Okay, Bologna's right there. Hello. Hello. No, thank you.
Victor JN86 says, I know I can't beat you guys at IGN. You might be able to. We have off days. You can definitely beat me. I'm not great at this game.
You want to play one?
I don't know about that. I might get hurt. Embarrass myself in front of my friends and family.
All right, I'm going to die, but I'm going to get this.
I told everyone I know that I was hosting a stream today, and they're all cousins all over the world are tuning in. It's like those movies when they do like satellite shots of everybody all over the universe, and they're all like rooting for me in their living rooms.
Yeah.
So that could get ugly.
All right. If you're just joining us, we are playing the Smite Closed Alpha on PS4. You can get your own code by going to go.ign.com/SmitePS4. You can also find us on YouTube at youtube.com/IGN, twitch.tv/IGN if you want to watch us on Twitch, or just IGN.com if you want to be old-fashioned about it.
Wherever you're comfortable, wherever you consume your stuff, we are there.
You can find us on consoles.
That's right.
Basically anything that has a screen. Find us on your phone.
Yeah, we are on your phone right now. I'm in there.
All
of your photos have been replaced with pictures of us. Go take a look. Wait. You can get your PS4 code at go.ign.com/SmitePS4. I'm gonna put a little salt in the console war right now.
Yeah.
Codes on PS4, way better than codes on Xbox One.
100%. That is one area.
Half the length. What's going on with that?
15 characters?
Yeah.
Or 12 characters?
Like, it's like 12 versus 40. What's going on there?
Yeah. I feel like it's a security issue.
Yeah. Yeah. So Xbox Live on the Xbox One did for a small time have that great advantage. You can still use it. If you have your Kinect hooked up, you can hold up a barcode. But you're not going to get a barcode from us today.
No.
Because we're giving out PS4 codes. But also, you're not going to get a barcode usually on the internet. So, and also, maybe you don't even have your Kinect hooked up anymore. I ripped mine out of the wall. after yelling different things at it so many times that I got tired.
I have a small apartment, and my Kinect faces my bed.
Yeah.
And so I have this little piece of cardboard that I cut out and like jammed in front of it, just because I'm one of those paranoid schizophrenics
never know.
that the Kinect is watching me sleep.
I don't think that's too paranoid. I think
No?
that's totally normal. It's actually really scary when your Kinect turns on and it shows your living room in like night vision mode and you look like a feral rat.
Yeah,
Everything's like reverse color.
You look up and it's like one of those
Hi.
like myth finders episodes.
Welcome to Xbox One. I'm a rat boy. Welcome to my home.
Oh my god, are we watching X-Files? Oh my god, it's me! It's eating them. It's gonna eat me next.
Otaku SKS says Bill Gates is watching you sleep.
Says what now?
He says Bill Gates is watching you sleep. Maybe. You never know.
I mean,
I feel like that dude has better things to do.
yeah, I really think the man
Especially
has
us specifically.
Yeah.
Let's tune in on those dudes with one-bedroom apartments.
Yeah. Just
spy on the rich.
I have a feeling though he's got a room in his house with just like pictures of you covered in walls
and candles. It looks
Yeah.
like a scene from like Condemned.
Yeah, he's got a lock of one of your leather jackets.
Yep. Cotton Eye Joe says, "You hear that, guys? Our photos have been replaced with Thor skins." That's right. All of Thor's different skins are now on your phone in the photos section. All of your great memories are gone and replaced with Thor skins.
Just pictures of Thor skins.
If you're tuning in, you can use the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. It's all one word.
That's right.
It's actually like a company name and 2 words, but we mashed them all together to make a hashtag.
It's a portmanteau.
Yes,
Not really, actually.
Is it not?
No.
I don't even know.
A portmanteau is when you take 2 words and mash them together, like Brangelina.
Oh.
So it's really just a lazy way to say 3 words.
Like Kintako Hut? You ever heard of that?
No.
You've never heard of Kintako Hut?
Like KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut?
Yeah. You ever see those places that they're all 3 in 1?
So in I think Mountain View there is a Pizza Hut Taco Bell.
Okay, so that's
And there was that song Pizza Hut Taco Bell.
Yeah, Pizza Hut Taco Bell. So what's that called? The Pizza Hut?
Taco Hut.
A Taco Hut. Way better. So that's a portmanteau right there. We just made it on the fly. You can send us your own portmanteaus using the hashtag IGNPlaysLive, which is not a portmanteau. It's just a hashtag.
Right.
Or you can tune in on Twitch, YouTube, or IGN. Ask us questions. We will answer them. Or go to go.ign.com/Smite PS4 and get your code. Play the game tonight or today.
Play the game right now.
Play it right now.
In your homes.
Or at work. Get fired. You don't need that job.
Go, 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 go.
Yes, you do. I'm just kidding. Please
I'm gonna
don't
get you.
fired.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Gotcha.
Wow.
Don't run. Oh, okay.
If you're just tuning in, we are Brandon Tyrell right here and Brian Altano, myself.
Howdy.
IGN editors, video hosts, talent celebrities, aficionados, hoodlums,
Yeah.
hood rats, Thorskin enthusiasts.
Hood rat.
Hood rat. John117 says, "Hey man,
Hey.
what's up, John? How are you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in." James Saradoy says, "How much space does it need?" I don't know about that.
I think it's about 7 gigs from what I remember.
7 gigs.
Your mileage may vary. I downloaded it a couple days ago, but pretty sure it's about 7 gigs.
So you're gonna you might have to delete a few things off of if you have a launch PS4 like I do that's full of games.
Yeah, seriously.
Get rid of some of those themes. If you got drunk one night and spent a lot of money in the theme store on like bikini Hawaii theme.
Right. The Dead or Alive volleyball
Dead or Alive
ultimate
volleyball.
theme. Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's about 7 or 8 gigabytes. So you know, move some stuff around. As Nintendo used to say, organize the fridge.
What? That doesn't seem like a very Nintendo thing to say.
Yeah, they used to say that about the Wii because it had like the Wii had enough space for about 7 or 8 JPEGs.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a dark time.
Somebody give me someone to execute.
Victor Jin 86 says, "Where is the God of War in this game? We need Kratos back." Hey, that's a good idea. Get on the phone, guys. Get Kratos in this game.
Well, technically, the God of
Actually-
War in Greek mythology is Ares. And in Roman mythology, it's Mars.
Yeah, you just actually a guy on Twitch. How do you feel?
It's like actual Inception, I guess. Oh, Chuck, you're so dead. Oh, you're so dead. God, this Ra and the Sylvanas, I'm overhealed. I love it. We can show you some areas. I think we're kind of running close to time here. We got about a half hour left.
Yep, we got about a half an hour left. Word789 says, Brian, where is Max? Max is working on Up at Noon, and I'm going to join him when we're done with this. But for now, I didn't let him in here because he's a loser.
Because sometimes we just need space. Guys.
He's a big turd.
He's big.
You can tweet pictures of ham at Max. Send him a big honey-baked ham.
Does Max not like ham?
No, we made a joke on Podcast Beyond about ham. It was like, what's the word for like a typo, but when you say it with your mouth?
A flub? I don't know.
Flub. That's good.
Yeah.
Perfect. And I said something about ham, and then we just started doing ham jokes, and then we found out a Podcast Beyond fan has actually mailed us a honey-baked ham from the Honey Baked Ham Corporation. It's arriving tomorrow.
That is fantastic.
So we might actually do an unboxing. It's a 6-pound honey-baked ham.
Oh, my God. I mean, there are a lot of great things in this world, but ham is like in the top 5.
Really?
Oh, ham is so good.
Is that one of your favorite meats?
Yeah, ham is one of my
Stay
favorite
tuned to
meats.
IGN.com for the top 100 meats.
Ham, corned beef. Are we talking like seasoning too, like carnitas?
Anything you want. Yeah, let's get in there.
I think it's all kind of pork related.
Yep, it's all pork related. Let us know what your favorite meat is. And while you're thinking of it, you can go to go.ign.com/Smite PS4. Get your Smite code. Tell us about meat. Talk to us about all your favorite meats. The kind you eat. Not whatever you're thinking, you dirty boy.
No. I'm mad because I just missed killing a human lion with a spear.
Resolution on Twitter says, "Read me." Okay, we're doing it. Relax. What's a good way for a college student to get into the games industry? I tell people this all the time, but you have the ability right now to start working in games. All you have to do is turn that phone around and start filming yourself. Start writing. Write constantly. Write all the time. Click the button on your PS4 that lets you Twitch stream. You know, upload your videos to YouTube. Start a YouTube channel. Start talking about games. Don't just yell and be angry about them. Find interesting angles. Find cool things to talk about. How did you get in? What'd you start doing?
I did the exact thing that you're talking about
Really?
right now. Yeah, I was working in production, and it was an aspect of the game industry I thought I really, really liked, and then I kind of got bored with it. So I decided, hey, I would love to start talking about games in a way that wasn't so technical or clinical.
So you were doing video production?
I was a producer, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I was actually producing games on the development side.
Wow, that's awesome.
And so I decided I would see if I could write about games. So I wrote something, and it turned out to be okay. And so I started writing about games online, and 2 years later, I'm working at IGN.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
So literally anyone can do it if you just stick to it. Keep at it.
I'm always fascinated by stories like that because they are living proof that it works.
It does work, yeah.
You know?
I mean, I know people say well, just start writing. That is literally what you do. Just start doing it.
And
this is one of those jobs that you have to do before you do.
Yeah, you have to because no one's going to give you a job you're not doing already. That applies to pretty much everything.
Yeah, nowadays. There are so many talented people out there that want to do this job and that can do this job. You have to show potential employers that you can already do it.
And also, when you write, don't just write about games. Write about everything.
Yeah.
Go out to a restaurant, eat dinner, and come and write about what worked and what didn't. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Games are experiences. So being able to depict your experiences in writing or on video form as a podcast, whatever it is, whatever your medium is, it's important. Just like it's important for Brandon to win this match.
So just die.
And maybe next time.
God.
But still,
you sound like a very disappointed parent right now.
You've done very well today. You actually got a lot of compliments from people saying that you're playing great. So
thanks.
If you lose one match here and there, it's not a big deal.
Oh, we're gonna win this match for sure.
And you can win a match too by going to go.ign.com/Smite PS4. Plug.
Yeah.
About 30 minutes left in the stream. After that, we're not going to be here telling you that URL over and over and over.
No,
you're going to be lost in the world.
You'll just have to watch our Twitter.
Yeah, you just have to just keep looking and literally everywhere else. Brendan, how can they find you on Twitter?
They can find me at Twitter. It's literally just my name because it's super simple. So it's Brandon Tyrell, BrandinTyrrell.
How did you end up Brandon with an I?
Oh, man, that's not a story I'm ready to tell.
Really?
Yeah. I actually didn't know for the longest time, and I just found out 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it deeply personal?
No. It's all right. So
okay, you had me worried for a second.
No. It was my dad's idea. He named me after a branding iron,
Wow.
like Brandon, like you're
Yeah.
gonna brand something, and then you just drop the G. So there you go. It is a
Man,
It is a super stupid reason to name your child a funky spelled name.
that
but,
is really interesting.
yeah. So I can thank my father.
Yeah. What's your father's name?
Pat,
What is that? Is that named after anything?
the starfish in SpongeBob SquarePants.
That's awesome. Don't hurt me. So yeah, just check out Brandon Tyrell's Twitter. You can check out mine. That's Agent
Also,
Bizzle.
yeah.
No,
You've been doing that Twitter thing for a while.
I've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a thing. It's like sometimes it's a chore, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's a thing that I treat very fun. It's kind of a blank canvas.
Do you see? My big thing is like I always think of something and I'm like, I give it 30 seconds and I'm like, nah, maybe not. You know? Like,
no,
do
I'm
you
the same way.
do you ever like workshop something and think like no one needs to hear that?
Oh, constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly. I'll actually even delete things that I think I put up, and then I'm like, this is not doing as well. as
yeah.
I
I'll
wanted to.
I'll put something up and be like, you know what? I don't really want that to represent me.
So
and I delete
I'm
it.
glad you say that, because there's this notion nowadays that people feel like they have to have something to say about everything.
No, not at all.
You don't. Being
at
quiet and silent is totally valuable too.
And really, really appreciate it
Yeah.
a lot of times.
It's really nice. Actually, like sometimes I see people with like 140,000 tweets, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. I think I literally just hit 3,000
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah, I think I'm at 7,000 after like 6 years.
Yeah, I've been on Twitter
So,
2 years.
Yeah. That's a lot. That's even a lot. Like even to be like I tweet 3 times on average of 3 times a day. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like that, but
You're dead.
yeah.
You're dead. It doesn't
Follow us
matter.
on Twitter.
Oh,
and,
I'm so bad at this game. Sorry,
No.
I really did some
Fine.
poor work.
So what's going on? How come you're struggling?
I'm a very, very, very fragile assassin, but also super powerful. And right now, instead of hanging out on the outskirts like I should be doing and picking off the sick calves, I am going in full bore because since this is new on PS4, everyone's still trying to get a feel for it, and I am
Right.
definitely taking advantage of that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm not being a very nice,
Yeah. You're being
a nice ambassador.
It's kind of a good like a host. Like a nice. It's kind of prison rules, right?
Yeah. Welcome to the pen, fish.
Yep. Did you guys have Freshman Friday in high school?
I don't think so.
Freshman Friday was basically a coordinated, syndicated hate crime
Oh, against freshmen?
against
Oh,
freshmen.
is this like Ben Affleck with the paddle?
Kind of, yeah. So if you were not a freshman,
That
you
story
could
sounds
do
really...
whatever you wanted to freshmen. So like in my high school, they took a freshman and like they pulled him up by the boxer shorts and hung him up on the flagpole. Not the top, like a couple notches up.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
I mean, I imagine that's some pretty hardcore underwear.
Yeah, that's some very thick
I really feel like
foreskin.
that... I really feel like that might be kind of dangerous for future health.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that the game? That's the game.
It's even worse is that he's still up there. He's
Poor
been there.
Billy.
He's been there for like 20 years
His
now.
mom just goes twice daily to like rope
Just-
him up some Lunchables.
Bring him up. Why does she keep bringing him back up?
She like brings him down, hands him a thermos, and pulls him back up.
That's awesome. Yeah, so Freshman Friday was basically kicking people's butts who were new at school.
That's why I don't tell that story. I'm getting tweets saying branding. Ha, ha,
Branding.
ha.
So that's kind of what's going to happen to you when you join Smite.
Yeah.
You might get wrecked, but you know what? You are going to be a sophomore, junior, or senior very, very quickly, and you're going to learn to beat up all the new freshmen. That's
You
the
are
way that
so
works.
relatable.
Thanks.
Really putting into terms I can understand.
That's right.
As an angsty teenager.
If you want to get into Freshman Friday, the alpha's happening right now.
Yeah.
It's AKA Smite. It's go.ign.com/Smite PS4, and you'll be able to download the game immediately.
Sure
You'll
will.
get a code for free. Totally free. No money.
No money at all.
Throw your credit card in the trash. Don't do that.
Throw your parents'
Get it out of the
credit card in the trash.
Take your dad's credit card and buy whatever you want.
Just cut it in half.
We're giving good life advice today.
Man.
Eat anything you want all day.
Yeah.
I'm getting a phone call. I'm not going to answer that though. That'd be weird.
I feel like that's it's an 800 number.
It's the cops. They're like, hey, please stop.
You guys
calling people's
seriously
throat.
need to take this whole role model thing more
We're
seriously.
investigating that Freshman Friday crime you just spoke about.
What do we got? We got 34 minutes. I guess maybe
Not even. We have 26 minutes.
30. Oh, it's 12:34, not
Yeah.
34 minutes. We have 26 minutes.
We are not the IGN of math.
No.
That's
Well,
a
it's one of
different
those
site.
things where you're like, you see the number and then, I'm dumb. I'm sorry.
Word789 says, Ben Janka, are you there, dude? No, he's not.
No, Ben left.
He left. We got the legendary James Duggan in the house.
James P. Duggan.
Those are our two Let's Plays producers here. If you ever watch anything live on IGN, chances are they definitely put it together themselves with their bare hands. They've constructed this elaborate room.
That's right.
That games can magically stream all over the internet. So give a big shout out to those guys, Ben Janka and James Duggan. They are the people that make all of this work. I don't know how to do this. I really don't.
No.
I just show up.
Ooh, what was that?
We got a little purr there.
Oh, someone was talking.
Oh, really? Was that a cat?
That was a cough. All right.
Oh, who's talking to us?
I actually don't know how to mute.
Interesting.
I can't be responsible if that guy's...
Hey, man, can you hear us?
Hello.
I guess.
Hey, this is a Radio Guardian. I don't know if you want to go.
Hey, Radio Garden.
It's okay. I'll go in. I'll go in as a guardian.
Interesting. They're listening.
I really feel like we should figure out how to...
Pyrock1918 says, how do I get a code? How do you get a code?
Well,
Interesting.
Brian, and
If only we'd covered that territory.
Pyrock,
today.
I think we said it once before, but you can go to go.ign.com/SmitePS4,
Yep.
all lowercase, hit the button that says get your code to get your code. Then you go to the PlayStation Store, go down all the way on the left to redeem,
Yep.
put in your code, download your game, and then you can start playing it within probably an hour.
Have you noticed on all of the consoles or even Steam, how they always try to keep the redeem code thing just slightly out of reach?
Oh, that makes sense as it's there, but
So you
it
could
could have been easier.
You can get just frustrated enough to be like, screw it. I'll just buy it.
Yeah, I wonder how often that works.
Yeah. But you don't have to do that today because we are giving away 100,000 codes for free. That's ridiculous.
That is a lot of codes.
That is a
Thank
lot of
you
codes.
very much to Hi-Rez, by the way,
Yeah.
for giving out so many codes to all the people that want to get in on the PS4. I know people have been watching this game for a long time, and I know a lot of people with PS4s that have been asking me when it's going to come. So I can finally say it is coming soon. You can play now.
Happy the Cat says you mute people by mousing over them. What if we don't have a mouse because we're playing on PS4?
What? It's on PS4 now?
Yeah, what are we going to do about that? I guess we just have to listen to that man yell at us.
Yeah. So this is the God of War. This is Ares.
Yep.
I know someone said they wanted to see him. He's kind of a super intimidating guy that throws chains and spits fire. It's a lot of fun.
We're back
Oh.
in wine country now to
We're
make
all-
a mess of the place.
We're all mages, too. This is going to be a little tricky. I got it.
I will reiterate,
I got it.
this is totally free. So you can go get it. No one's going to charge you any money. We
Oh.
wouldn't do that to you. This is not an elaborate Ponzi scheme to steal your cash.
You put in a code and suddenly I have your credit card info.
We're just giving you free codes. We don't want your credit card. We don't need it. Save your money. Buy yourself something nice with the
Yeah.
money you saved.
Buy some gems from Hi-Rez and use those to buy Thor skins.
That's right. You can buy plenty of Thor skins in this game. Those are skins for Thor and not what your dirty mind thinks
The
it is.
god.
The god.
I'm sorry, do you have a lisp?
Yep.
A Thor skin?
A Thor skin.
All right, we are winding down. Are there any other questions getting fired at us at Twitter?
I will say thank you to everybody who's been tuning in with us for the last 98 minutes. This has been a really good time. We stream games constantly here at IGN. We're streaming Plants vs. Zombies 2 later with the one and only Naomi Kyle.
Literally as soon as this stream ends at 1 o'clock.
Really?
Yes.
She's going to run in here and kick us out, and then we're going to have to run out.
How funny
Yeah.
would it be if she literally just drop kicks us right off?
Yeah,
the,
we're just
right off
We're
screen.
just writhing in the pain, just spitting up blood for the entire time.
Jesus.
Yeah, that got dark. Sorry, my brain goes in bad places
That's fine.
sometimes.
Fine.
And your brain can go in bad places too. If you go to go.ign.com/SmitePS4, you can download a code. Your brain can go to the bad place of whatever the name of this town is right now.
This is
That worked out in my head before I said it. That was the problem. I really just I sent that car off the ramp without really looking
right.
at the ground underneath.
Well, I
Turns
mean-
out there was a Grand Canyon down
yeah.
there. So.
It's really the curse of
Ground Canyon.
a ground canyon. It's really the curse of being,
Yep.
comedic immediacy, right? So
It's
you gotta say it before you think about it.
It doesn't always work. It doesn't. It's you're cooking on the fly without a recipe here. But you can tune into IGN Plays Live every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Why? Because Mondays suck. We
true.
hate Mondays. We don't want to do anything, and neither should you.
You know who else hates Mondays?
Garfield, world's worst cat.
World's worst trash cat.
Yep.
Yeah.
That lazy, entitled cat who pushes his friend off the table and stops his master from dating women. He's a mean dude.
Yeah,
He's a miserable, awful.
It was John, right? That
Yeah.
was the master. I really feel like John got a raw deal when he took on that cat.
So you were talking about cooking before. Have you ever made a lasagna?
I've tried.
And what happened?
Oh, wow. Not a whole lot. It was pretty bad.
Because you realize that is like a 4-hour thing.
Yeah,
right.
It really is. It's
You know
like
who doesn't realize that?
Garfield.
Garfield. No idea whatsoever. He's like, oh, give me that thing that takes the whole day to make, I guess.
Of course, your favorite food would be the one that takes like 3 hours of prep time.
Awful animal.
If you make it from scratch, have you ever made lasagna? Like, have you ever made the pasta yourself and like pressed it?
Oh, like the actual.
Like literally from scratch, everything.
No, so I have made pasta from scratch though, with like flour and.
Did you have like the press thing?
Yeah, I have a whole thing at home.
Is that like an Italian thing? Like
Oh,
just
definitely.
everyone just owns one. Like you're born and then you get a pasta machine.
Yeah, well, it's.
And then your grandma like chides you for using a pasta machine
Yep.
and not rolling it by hand.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's one of those rare things where you can definitely be like, there is a substantial difference between buying a box of pasta and making it from scratch.
Is it really?
Yeah, for sure. It's just fresh and it's floury, and doughy,
Tasty.
wonderful. I never
Man,
made my
I
own
love-
gnocchi though. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, either have I. I did store bought. Literally the first time I ever made gnocchi, even store bought gnocchi, I didn't realize you were supposed to boil it first to soften it, and so
No, what did you do? Just dump it in a bowl and eat it chewy?
yeah, pretty much.
How was that?
Not good.
How much did you power through it before you were like?
Oh, I powered through.
You finished it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
you
I'm
gotta
not gonna
do that.
That's good money.
That'll just like expand inside you.
I know. It's just like I feel really bad right now.
I feel
really
like
sick.
you were like running around with a bunch of like pasta golf balls inside you
Yeah,
the rest of the day.
that's not far off.
Yep.
Why is my stomach hard?
Melchi Jr. says Smite should have been an Xbox exclusive. PS4 has taken everything.
Stop screaming!
Who cares? Why are you yelling about that? Let people play games. Games should be in as many places as possible.
Yeah,
I'm all for that.
As someone who's been playing Smite for 3 years now,
Yeah,
I can say I'm incredibly happy that more people are going to get to play.
exactly. What if like Avengers 3
Oh, come
was
on,
only in some movie theaters?
Yeah.
You know?
Avengers 3 should only be shown in 35 millimeter.
Exactly. I only want this at the Cineplex Odeon.
God.
That's
The Odeon.
That's my platform exclusive.
A lot of good memories at the Odeon.
Cineplex Odeon does sound like an 80s console, though.
It really does.
The
yeah.
ZX Spectrum.
There's one. There's a movie theater complex in San Jose.
Yep.
And it's just like a bunch of dumb domes, like
Yeah.
all over. There's like 6 domes, and it's got the most 70s vibe to the whole thing. You go and buy your kettle corn. No real popcorn, just kettle corn.
Kettle corn?
That's all they serve.
Really?
Last time I was there, but it was like 4 years ago. So.
That sounds loud. Like,
The place is probably closed by now,
okay.
to be honest.
It sounds a little loud.
Yeah, it's
Like,
a little loud.
popcorn's one thing. Kettle corn is like, that is a hard bowl of rocks to be tossing around. In a
I am
movie
not
theater.
a huge fan of the kettle corn. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I
Sometimes I just want popcorn and I
I
don't
don't
want
like the sweet. I like the salty. I'm
Me
more
too.
of a savory person.
I'm the same way. But you like ham.
I love ham.
Ham is sweet.
Ham is salty.
Ham is salty, but honey.
Just
baked ham
like
is
you'll
sweet.
be if you don't get your code at go.ign.com.
You'll be very salty. /Smite PS4.
Smite PS4. Sorry, I stopped the promo like mid-sentence.
There are plenty of games coming out soon. Tons of them.
Lots.
Tons and tons of games. This is an abnormally busy time of year. I've noticed that February is now sort of like Christmas 2, where just there's a like right now I'm playing Twilight Princess HD.
Yeah.
I'm playing Far Cry Primal. There was a new Battlefront update yesterday that I started playing, so I'm just jumping around. All of those games cost me money. The one thing that won't cost you money is Smite on PS4, which you can download at go.ign.com/Smite PS4. I think we should just try to make the most elaborate, ridiculous segues we can to
Okay.
get people back to that website.
What do we got? We got 15 minutes to do it.
Yep.
I love Ares, the god. I love breathing air, and when I am breathing air, I also like playing Smite, which you can do by going to go.ign.com.
Okay, that wasn't such a hugely
Smite PS4.
You started with a character in the game. Man, yeah, that was a good walk.
Where's Dustin?
I like
Gary?
breathing air.
Yeah.
You can breathe air.
I literally enjoy doing anything while playing Smite.
You can breathe air at go.com/. But you can breathe air anywhere too.
It's true. So it's got to be exclusive to that website,
Yeah.
huh?
Depends.
Unlike Smite, which is no longer an Xbox
Yep.
console exclusive.
So Brandon,
Because-
what is your favorite character type?
Assassins,
Assassins.
I'd say. Yes.
Interesting.
I enjoy
I was
jungling.
gonna go with assassin, but instead I'll say now if you want to figure out your own type, a thing you can type into your web browser is go.ign.com/smite PS4. Get your code. We have 100,000 to give away. 15 minutes left in the stream. After that, you're on your own.
We're gone forever.
You're screwed. We're not gonna come up with these elaborate roads that lead to this one website.
Though that website will still be
there
for you to visit.
It is not going away, but you should get in right now.
Yeah, I have a feeling we'll leave it open until the closed alpha ends, or until the codes are gone. Which, depending on how many of you are interested.
Trogdor6 says, tell James I said hi. He actually remembers me, not just a random hi. That's Potato King. James says hello.
He gave you a wave. He
says, what's up? What's up, Potato King? Weird thing to be a king of.
James.
I'm all for it.
James. Oh, Potato King. Yeah, he. I saw him on Twitter the other day.
Do you eat a lot of potatoes with your ham? Are you potato dude?
I do enjoy potatoes. I enjoy starches.
Are you like a bread guy? You on a low carb thing or anything?
Yeah, no, I'm a big bread guy.
Yeah.
I have literally put on like 15 pounds since I started working at IGN.
Really? I can't even tell.
Stop.
No, really.
Stop.
No, you look good.
Stop you.
You look good. And you can look good too. Go.ign.com/smite PS4. Did you really gain? Did you gain? So you had a freshman 15.
Actually, I gained 20, but I wanted to give myself the benefit of the doubt.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have like 10 pounds that go.
Just kind of hang out.
Just
right?
sometimes they're there, sometimes they're gone. Like sometimes it's like, hey, I'm back again. It's like a roommate.
Yeah.
Where you're like, dude, I haven't seen you in like a week.
Where you
he's
been?
like, yeah, I'm gonna stay on the couch for a little while then. I'm like, all right. It's you know.
Yeah.
It's hard the older you get, and you know you want to. The last few years have really been like this thing where bread has become the most evil thing in the world.
Yeah.
But I love it because it's a great vehicle for all the other things in life that are good for you.
There's literally nothing that you can't put on bread that would make it better. You put anything on bread and it would be fantastic. Even more bread.
What about
bread pudding?
What about turds?
Well,
that'll make
turds
it worse.
are pretty terrible by themselves. But
That's true.
But you know what else is pretty terrible? Is not getting your code for Smite closed alpha on PS4. You can find that at go.ign.com/SmitePS4.
It's better than turds.
IGN.com.
If you guys are looking for a box quote,
they might use it.
Call me. I don't. But you don't use. No one even has a phone that looks like that. Call me.
Don't worry. They'll call you.
Give me a ring on your rotary
Yeah.
phone. I think like a person born probably in the last 15 years will have never seen a rotary phone.
Dude, I was talking to somebody the other day that didn't know what a payphone was.
Really?
Like, what, you have to pay for a phone? Like, what do you mean? Like, your cell phone bill? It's like, oh, you sweet summer child.
Well,
yeah.
If you see a payphone in 2016, it's likely like
you're gonna get murdered inside.
Yeah, you're in a really bad part of town.
It's probably just like an elaborate CDC thing to test diseases.
Yeah. Payphones used to be everywhere, and a cool thing to do was you would call your parents, collect
1-800-CALL-ATT.
Yeah, but it'd give you like 10 seconds to say who the call was from.
Right.
So if you needed your parents to pick you up, but you didn't want them to spend money, it would be like, collect call from Brian, his mom picked me up at school.
Yeah.
Say it as fast
Hi,
as
I'm done with practice. I'm going to go. Hello, I'm going to go to IGN.com/PS4.
Collect call from go.com. I can't do it. It's too fast. It's way too fast. Speaking of fast, you'll have to be fast to go to go.ign.com/SmitePS4 to get your Smite code. It's in alpha right now. It's free. We don't want your money. Word 789 says bread and paper would be terrible. Again, just like the turds thing. Paper, not a great thing to eat on its own.
I mean, something you would want to eat anyway. Maybe some people eat paper.
Sometimes when you eat paper, it's by accident.
Yeah. Although, okay, little confession. When I was a kid and I would eat muffins,
yeah,
sometimes I would eat the paper.
The wrapper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a sweet wrapper.
It's like it's got muffin goo all over it. Yep. It's super good.
That's a good tasting paper. Muffin goo.
It's the best paper I've ever eaten. I'll be honest.
We live in the Bay Area in California. Really big on burritos. How often do you accidentally eat the burrito foil?
Oh, like once a burrito at least. Like I'll take a bite.
Has anyone ever documented? Like I know what happens when you put aluminum foil in the microwave, but what to eat maybe like a triangle of aluminum foil a month? Where does that go? Does it build up inside your stomach?
I imagine it's a great source of aluminum. I don't know. I don't know if your body needs that to survive. Wow, did he really beats that?
I don't think your body needs to eat aluminum foil to survive.
Well, it needs iron, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say like cast iron skillets are a good source of iron.
Yeah, but they don't ever say eating a cast iron skillet is a good source of iron.
Just chunking. I feel like that's like a bit from like a 90s sitcom.
Yeah.
Like Dinosaurs or Flintstones.
Yeah. I remember that show, Dinosaurs. That was
so
a good
show. I'm the baby. Gotta love me.
Let us know what your favorite 90s sitcom was.
Get out of there, Hades.
Was it Dinosaurs?
I can't save you.
Which really had nothing to do with dinosaurs?
Not at all.
It's just about a family?
It was like, it was basically Family Matters with dinosaurs.
Yes. Yeah. Which, when you put it like that, sounds really good.
Yeah.
10 minutes left in the stream. That's 10 minutes left of us sultrily, sweetly whispering into your ears. Go.ign.com.
Oh, really?
Really? Not even slash. Go.ign.com/Smite PS4. Get your code. Get in the game. Whoop some ass.
You're going to want to get yours today.
You're going to get a code for Smite. Get up in there. There you go. Get your Thor skin.
Get your Thor skin.
Get your Thor skin ready, baby.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. Go.ign.com/Smite PS4. Get your code.
Okay. Oh, it's getting real
I'm
weird.
available for voice acting for
That's
your
right.
games if you want.
It's funny, they have a skin in here that has a voice almost exactly
Really?
like that. Yeah.
Well, if that guy ever passes away. That got dark. I'm so sorry.
Jesus.
Give me a call.
Jesus.
That's 1-2. No, I'm not going to tell you my number. Just kidding.
1-800-CALL-ATT.
1-800-CALL-ATT.
Hi, Brian. This is Hi-Res. We need you to do a voiceover. Thanks.
I was hoping they have a little more money than that. Then again, they gave away 100,000 codes today, so
Yeah.
they might be broke.
And if they wanted one of those 100,000 codes.
But you won't be broke if you go to go.ign.com/Smite PS4 because you'll get something for free and you can save your money, put it in the bank, and gain pennies a year of interest.
Yeah.
And when you're 100, you'll have $1.40.
Pennies.
And when you're that old in like the year 2085,
Yeah.
$1.40 will buy you literally nothing.
It's true.
I don't even think we'll have dollars by then, or 40 cents.
I think we'll probably use like a credit system associated to the barcode tattooed on your arm.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, or your retinal scanner.
Yeah, exactly.
I think pennies are going away. They're going away of the Tyrannus.
God. Yeah, well, that's fine. I mean, no one likes pennies.
No, I threw a penny in the garbage recently because I didn't feel like carrying it anymore.
Is
They're
that
dirty little money circles that must be put in the trash.
dirty little money circles?
Yep. It's the name of my rap album.
Could you really name your next album Dirty Little Money Circles?
Dirty little money circles? Yeah,
That'd be
why
great.
not? Oh! It's letting out a guttural scream. 8 minutes left in the stream here. We're playing the Smite Alpha. I realize it says Smite Beta on YouTube.
Does it?
Whatever. It says a lot of bad things on YouTube. It's fine. Like life hacks.
It's fine. They've seen worse.
A life hack I saw on YouTube was to go to a restaurant and eat food out of the garbage and you don't have to give them money. That's not a life hack. That's just gross.
I don't think that's a life hack. I think that's a downgrade.
Yeah, that is definitely not a life hack.
I think the term life hack is kind of getting out of hand, though.
Yeah.
I saw one the other day like, hey, get 8 hours of sleep to get a nice full day's rest. It's like,
That's not a life hack.
life hack. That's just,
It's being alive.
yeah, that's good practice.
Hey, walk outside and breathe in and breathe out to
Yeah.
get free air.
Don't forget to exhale. Life hack.
Halo Soul 96 says, "What kind of codes you guys giving out? We're giving out some Smite codes for PS4. They are free. Go.ign.com/Smite PS4. We're so good at it by now. So good at it. It's gonna be
What's up?
sad when we give
Super
all those
producer
codes
Ben
away.
Jenkins back. You want to say hi?
That's right.
Say hi to all the fans.
Pop in there. Say hello. There's his hand.
Where's
See
the
it?
screen? Can you see it?
There's his hand.
A little
There it
bit
is.
closer. A little bit closer. You
Yeah.
got it? Okay. He's mysterious.
Ben's a huge Metal Gear guy.
Ben loves that Metal
Is it
Gear.
gross? I
Thank
think
you,
it's-
Duggan.
It's a good thing.
Appreciate it. James
Good-
Duggan, everyone.
Good game series to be a fan of.
James Mean Muggin Duggan. James Duggan Duggan.
Yeah.
James Gold Duggan Duggan.
Thuggin' and Duggan. Rugged and Duggan.
Rugged and Duggan. Nice. What are we doing? I'm attacking the air. I don't really know. What do we got? Got a couple minutes left?
Yeah, we got 6 minutes
minutes.
left. Almost 5 minutes left.
See if we can end this right now. Yeah. So if you again want a code, go.ign.com/Smite PS4. We'll have the thing running for all day today, all day tomorrow, probably for the foreseeable future. So tell your friends to stop by and get a code. Share the love.
Yep.
The more people playing Smite, the better everyone's going to be.
The better life is going to get. Now, quick couple pointers to catch people up. If you just starting, a good starter is Raj, right?
Raw. Yeah.
Ra.
I
That's
think
a good person to jump in with.
That's this guy right here.
Yep.
Our chicken friend,
Our chicken friend.
the light turkey, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call him.
The light turkey. I like that. And also, there's a practice mode, so you can get gritty before you get wrecked, which is always good to have. And this is a MOBA on PS4. That's weird, but it
Yes.
works.
It works.
Somehow.
It works very well.
The future is a wonderful place to be alive in.
And that is game.
Tabisia CG Game says, I'm not sure I get what codes are being given out.
Okay.
And where? Could I be reminded?
Wow, this shtick has got wheels.
Yeah,
got legs.
it keeps on going. Yeah, if only there was a place for people to get their Smite codes for PS4 for free without using their father's credit card.
All right, one more, Brian Altano. Let's do it.
Go.ign.com/Smite PS4.
Where can they find you if they want to see more of all the awesome things Brian Altano does?
I'm on Twitter at Agent Bizzle. What about you?
I'm on Twitter at Brandon Tyrell, my name, which you can find at the bottom of your screen, along with Brian's and his Twitter.
That's right. How do we do in that last match there?
We did. We done good. We won.
We done good and we won.
Oh, wow.
Up next, Naomi Cosme playing Plants vs. Zombies 2, the sequel starring titular characters, Plants and Zombies.
The return of those plants. They're at it again.
Yep. And tomorrow you can tune in to IGN Plays Live, but before that you can watch Up at Noon with me and my co-host Max Scoville.
For sure.
It's an hour-long live comedy variety show. We're going to go through a whole bunch of fun nonsense. And every Wednesday afternoon, Podcast Beyond goes up. What are you working on right now? You doing any reviews or anything like that?
So much stuff. I just finished reviewing Rocket League, finishing up the Division stuff right now. A little bit of everything, but I mean, you can find it all on IGN.com, along with a ton of other content that all the hardworking people here do.
Yeah. IGN.com, one of the 100 sites.
One of the 100 best website for video games.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
One more time. Go.ign.com/Smite PS4.
Thank you very much for
Smite
tuning
Alpha
in.
code. Thank you so much. Tune in. Go kick some butt and Smite.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
See ya. Hi, Naomi.
Hi.